Hello, everyone.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday, Mama Cat.
Happy Monday, Mama Cat.
Somebody give me in chat. Let me hold on. I'm listening to her. Hold on.
Am I allowed to do something in chat?
If you would like to, go for it.
Never mind.
Oh, did it
We are
work?
visible and audible. Thank you.
Look
Thank
at
you
us
so much. I
go.
did a thing and it doesn't sound bad. I don't know what I did.
It's all right.
My voice disappeared though, and I'm not mad about it, so I don't have to
Yeah.
hear myself through my headphones.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Also, I'd just like to point out our 1 year streaming anniversary is the end of this month. And we have finally gotten a stream where there's not audio problems at the beginning
I
of it.
did it.
It only took a year, but we figured it out.
I did it. Do I know how I did it? No. Kylie, as a reminder, when you go back to try and figure out how you did this last week, I don't know how you did it. You did, although, put the audio to go through OBS, and that somehow fixed something. So try that next time. Great.
Cool.
I went to
She's
watch.
saying this, yeah, because
I went to watch our
our
last Gilded Dream stream when we had the issues. And all I said was I had to change a setting on my end. Didn't say what it was. So that is now in here. So I know when I go to watch back.
So next week.
So next week I know. And Mal cleaned her computer off, so I'm also recording our stream
Miracles do happen.
as we're streaming. So we will never have an episode 10 of Avernus problem ever again where we don't have an episode.
Where Twitch is like, yeah, sure, you were live, but we don't know
You were
why
live,
you were
but
live or
I don't
how you
have
were
it.
live or anything else. And we called Twitch and we were like, hi, we'd like our episode back, please. And they were like, we don't know where it went. And we were like, oh, okay.
Great, cool, awesome, thanks. So we're starting strong. Getting to that 1 year anniversary, we're starting strong.
Ooh.
God, we've been doing this for a year. Wow. Okay. That's crazy.
Back when you were in Indiana, I was in my bedroom in West Virginia. We had awful internet, and the first 3 or 4 streams, everything just kept crashing.
Well, it's because I was trying to run it off my computer that is not a streaming computer, and I could only have audio or visual. I could not have both.
And I think literally what happened is we did those first 3 or 4 streams, and then I got the call for the job out here, and so we were like, okay, we're gonna take 3 weeks to not stream to move, and then we moved here, and then all of a sudden we had streams that didn't crash anymore, and it was
They didn't crash. We still had audio issues, or we still had video issues, but it's fine.
But they didn't crash.
We have semi-made it. Look at us go to semi-normal things. Okay.
I want to share this as I have semi-made it. I am sort of accomplished.
I am kind of doing a thing. So this week, hold on, I have to pull stuff up.
Schedule-wise this week, I know off the top of my head. We have this show tonight.
Crazy.
On Wednesday, you will catch me and Kylie in 2 separate places. I will be over on GM Hina's channel doing Pride Never Dies, which is a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. We're playing 4 one-shots throughout the month of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Each one has a different cast. Kylie was on last week's. I am on this week's. Over with Ali Capone, which if you've watched Ladies of Lake, Ali is the GM of that show that we are on.
Okay.
So that is on Wednesday, and that starts at 6 Eastern Standard Time. Kylie will be over
Wednesday,
on...
I will be over on The People's Ascension, or Jack if you know him. I will be over on his channel doing a one-shot of Alchemical Romance, which is essentially if you take a John Hughes movie and add magic. So I'm real excited. I've decided to play a hipster because I want to wear flannel and a beanie and channel my inner actually this is what it was, and it was way cool before everybody liked it. So, and drink coffee during stream, because why not?
You know what's hilarious? If I played a Naga, that was the direction I was going to go with my Naga, but I'm playing the Dream Mirror playbook instead, so that is not the direction I'm going. But when I saw the Naga and I saw that one of like the streams you can go down as like an activist, I was like, I'm gonna wear like a like cool like pride shirt and a flannel and a beanie. This close.
All of the actuallys will be in there. That will be for you, Michael. I'll do that one for you. But yeah, so that'll be on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time that is. I think it's probably going to be around 9 Eastern something. I don't know.
I figure as I'm getting out, you're going in probably.
Probably. So you can see us
and then
both.
Thursday, yeah, you can watch both of us. Come watch me and then go watch her. It'd be great.
And
it's
they're
like
both.
a marathon.
I'm pretty sure they're both. Pride Never Dies is for the Trevor Project, and I'm pretty sure these one shots are for reproductive rights.
They are for reproductive rights. On the People's Ascension, if you want to go help with that, they're doing one shots all month long. And every bit of like the donations and stuff are all going to reproductive rights charities. So that's what we'll be doing on Wednesday. Thursday, you'll catch us right back here. We have another episode of Shadows Reach, which is our One Ring adventure, where I literally play a champion, and our little hobbit friend that's played by Drew came in and one-shotted somebody right in front of me. I could not do that as the champion, but he could as his what he has called his hot stoner hobbit self. Those are his own words, not mine. And that is at 8:30 Eastern on Thursday, and then Friday the two of us are back on Lake for episode 5, which is super exciting. I'm gonna cry when the show's over.
We're throwing around that we might get to play some more Lake. We're hoping. We're hoping maybe.
Yeah, it won't be soon, but it's maybe.
But it is a possibility. So fingers crossed. Allie, we want to play more Lake.
If you're watching this, we really like Chenley and Henley as characters, or Cherry and Henley as characters. So please,
ladies. Oh no, did I get too quiet?
Oh no!
I'm sorry, I turned it down because I thought I was picking up Mal. Am I not echoing? If we're not echoing, we're good.
Yeah.
It's
the one problem of being in the same room.
Yeah, it is. It is one of the issues. It's okay, Mama Cat. I know you know. I know you know. Don't worry. Yeah. Oh, you don't hear an echo. And there's no echo. You know why? It's because I made Mal put her mic next to her face.
Look. Some of us just talk very loudly, and that is okay.
It is because you grew up with a deaf mother. It's not. It's so you are just very loud in general, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Okay, that is our weekly schedule. We're also, no, your parents will be. Oh, hello, Ian. Nice to see you.
Oh, hi, Ian.
Your parents will be in town this weekend, so we probably won't video game. I may stream something on my own channel, but yeah, so we'll get back to doing Let's Play because we need to finish It Takes Two.
So badly.
We promise we will. But, okay, without further ado, we'll pop it to our trailer, and then we'll pop it to our DM to remind us what happened 2 weeks ago. Yay! Yep.
Hello. So, we were just discussing this. I have a whole bunch of notes from last time, so let me parse down what is actually useful and helpful. Okay, so last time we started in somewhat of a dream sequence, actually. Our heroes found themselves in a place they were not familiar with, on a lake shore with a sun that seemed a little too large and red. Looking around behind them was a tower, like a kind of brownish gold strangely sculpted spire of a tower. They went inside as the doors cracked and found some sort of strange library there with script that was not any recognizable language to any of them. After looking around a bit, they found a statue of some sort of hooded, cloaked figure, which actually, mechanically or not, it seemed to be mechanical, as they found some sort of a pressure plate that might have triggered this effect. But mechanically or not, the thing jumped and lashed out at them, throwing them against the wall. They found themselves back into what they were doing moments before in their own perception. Fischl found himself in the office of a clothing factory boss. I believe it was a pants factory, if I
It
remember
was.
correctly.
It was a pants factory.
Looking for some information, but had found what seemed to be a manifest of people, almost like a cargo manifest, but with very human names, and got caught up by one of the workers, who luckily was a personal fan of his work in the Morgan Freiheit, and talked to them a bit about their goings on, their factory meeting, and seemed to uncover that some folks were working there on a very temporary basis. Noticed that the workers there had noticed that a few people had been kind of going in and out, working maybe a few days and then disappearing, never to be seen again. From there, we had Evelyn, who was back in the New York Public Library, who started immediately delving into whatever she could find about this this place and this entity that they had found. Managed some success to find information leading to like very obscure references to this throughout kind of occult history, relating to some sort of hierarchical leader, like a king or pharaoh, something like that. Reggie was himself writing and had looked through, I believe, his father's old journals, who sadly he can't make it today, but that's okay. He's doing some cool stuff. We'll worry about that later. Anyway, he had heard of this. He had found some notes of this figure referred to as a Yellow King, who found a marking as well that he had shown to everyone when they met up later, that kind of wriggled and writhed at them on first viewing. And Evelyn was at the Museum of Art and was trying to relate this thing to any sort of this tower that they'd found, to any sort of sculpture or architecture that she's familiar with, and kind of came up blank. It seemed very mishmash, very alien, nothing that it mapped onto exactly right. And we left off with them meeting at a bar called Anglers, actually a speakeasy, since we're still in the height of Prohibition days. Sharing their discoveries, agreeing to look further into it, and heading out for the night. Or I believe a couple of you had. I'm not sure everyone had just yet. But that's where we left off. And then, like you just mentioned, Kylie, you said you hadn't rolled your stuff yet, right? Your successes for last night. So for anybody unfamiliar, in Call of Cthulhu, when you succeed at a skill, you'll have the opportunity to raise it. If you roll over your target number, then you can try to raise it by a d10. So, any luck?
I actually didn't do too badly. I got at least 110, and the rest were all above 5, so I'm not mad about it.
Nice.
Got a 5, a 7, and a 9.
Not mad about it.
Nice.
Also,
Pretty
if you're
good stuff.
listening to this beautiful jazz music in the background, thanks to GM Hina, they pointed me toward Epidemic Sound, and I decided to give them a free trial. So right now we're listening to the playlist Old Movies, and I really think that first song was the perfect music to be behind Ryan's catch up for us. So hopefully
But again,
we enjoy this. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it's a little loud in my ear, so I'm sure it's loud for you guys. There we go. Okay. I think what we had decided, if I recall correctly, that I know I was going to, I think Fischl was also going to meet Hazel at
the
museum the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I feel good about that. I know Fischl had stayed behind after Hazel and I had left, because Reggie was still there, and Reggie was very intoxicated.
Yes.
I would say Fischl probably stopped drinking also once he realized that Reggie was far gone enough that things could get hairy. Yeah.
Okay. Should we? Oh, I didn't even think about confirming that. Should we do that meeting at the end of our work days the next day? What day of the week is it? Does it matter?
it's a weekday. We hadn't established that yet.
Okay.
Y'all tell me. What do you think?
I mean, I'll be there all day no matter what time you all come by. So I have to work there anyway.
I probably have to actually put in some time at the library. So my own.
I didn't establish the time of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I didn't establish the time of year last time either, which I should have. It is early March, so we're talking windy, cold New York.
Okay.
Not even quite the beginning of spring yet.
Ugh.
I can accept
Gross.
that. I can
Hate
accept
cold.
that. I enjoy cold.
Get a nice fur coat while they're legal.
You know. Okay, so yeah, so she would probably have to meet Hazel after work. I don't know
Okay.
how. I know Fischl's kind of on his own work schedule for his job. But I figure
It was getting on to late evening last time when we left off too.
yeah, we had met after work at the
Yep.
bar. Evelyn would have probably just taken all of her notes. With Reggie being as drunk as he was, is there a sleight of hand? Or would it be stealth?
I think
It's
there's
probably more just like generally stealth. Let's see. There's
there
not.
might even be like sneaking or something.
Oh God, I didn't take
There's a
much in
sneak.
stealth. I want to see if I can palm his, if I was able to maybe palm his dad's journal.
Okay.
Before I
There's
left.
also there's conceal. I don't know if that would be relevant.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's more like, I assume like sneaking is more like stealth and concealing is more like hiding something, right?
Both my stealth and
That makes
conceal
sense, yeah.
are very low.
Oh,
One I
well.
never used.
Pick your poison. Which one's
Yes,
The
tiniest
default
bit higher?
conceal is
Literally the right
higher
one.
than the default sneak, so
Yeah. So if you added nothing to either, maybe go conceal.
Yeah, conceal's a little higher. Okay. Nope. Definitely did not do it.
Well, you know what? He actually steps up and goes to relieve himself. So unless you're trying to hide it from anyone
thank
else,
God. No, I'm just gonna be like, I need
Just
this.
use mist
I need
mask.
this later. I'll give it back, and she sticks it in her bag before she heads out, just to retcon a little bit, so that we have his father's journal while Drew's out. Drew's out being an awesome
Rock
musician, rock star.
True.
So she would have picked up all her stuff, paid her tab, and then she would have headed back to her flat.
Okay. And after a time, Reggie doesn't come back from the restroom. anybody wants to follow that lead, they can. But yeah, he's in there for quite a while.
Oh, I
I'll
would
say.
definitely go check on him after a while. Like if it's been more than like 15 minutes, I'm gonna go check on him.
Oh yeah. So there's no one in the bathroom. There is we'll say like a preposterously small window that is cracked open, and a
When you say
note left behind,
preposterously small, like how small?
like small enough that it's just possible to imagine that an adult man could get through it.
Okay, but it would be like some. You'd have to be slick to do it, though.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Got
be
it,
built
okay.
like Drew.
True. And on the what is it? The box flush, whatever they had back in the days. There's a pinned note just stuck to it with some toilet paper scrawled on it. Says "Chasing a lead."
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, I don't like that. Mm-mm. I take the paper, I fold it, put it in my pocket. Is there anything else about the paper notable when I take a look at it?
It's definitely his handwriting.
Does it seem like it was written? I wonder. I'm trying to think what I would do to see if I could think it was written under duress or anything like that.
Interrogate the paper.
Interrogate the
You know what?
baby, see what
I think I'm too drunk to actually, even if I do know how to analyze that, to be able to. So I think I'm just going to go with. I sort of think to myself, boy, I hope this wasn't written under duress, and just put it in my book. and step back out. And I think after that, y'all have already left at this point, right?
Yeah.
So I think I just like say to the bartender, I think I'm just like, yeah, I'm done, and head out.
He'll nod and give you a little wave. And so we didn't place it last time, but I'm going to this time because I can do it, and it's convenient for me. Anglers is a little divey spot on the Lower East Side, kind of full of these sorts of bars and establishments. Not too far from the East River, not too far from the Brooklyn Bridge. A lot of tenements around nearby, pretty lower class, working class area. On your way out to the nearest subway stop, not far from the river, Official, you see something particularly weird. There is a small, like, bench, like, on the riverfront, and as you're walking not too far away, maybe a half block away, you distinctly see a man minimally dressed just climb out of the East River, and carrying with him is like a big, like a burlap sack that's wriggling a little bit. And like I said, it's early March. Like, the river is probably 30 degrees at best.
This dude's
Like,
butt ass naked coming out of the river with a burlap sack that's
pretty
wriggling.
much.
You had
Like,
at
he's wearing
least
some
too
briefs.
many drinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing a roll right now. This is just for my own, like, what am I doing helping my brain. Cool. All right, I'm gonna do the less wise thing, and I'm gonna approach and see if I can like see what's going on there. Like try to get close.
As you're okay,
Fantastic.
Like, I feel like Mitchell's drunk and probably like muttering like, "The fuck is that? The fuck is that?" And like just kind of like moving forward, like a little sneaky, but like also like doesn't want to spook anybody either, so not trying to be too sneaky, like. But like just like kind of trying to like, am I seeing like more of like am I seeing this right? Like what am I like what is this guy fishing? What the fuck is going on right now?
So as you approach, he doesn't see you right away. You didn't notice it at first, but there's like a piled up like coat at the side of the bench that he just picks up and puts on, so he's not like butt ass naked walking through the streets, presumably.
Okay.
And just hikes the bag over his shoulder and starts walking into the city.
I think how far away is he?
Not more than half a block or so.
So like, could I shout to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna shout like, "Hey, you okay?"
He whips around with like a really startled look on his face. Clearly didn't see you, and he's, yes, just you hear him say something in a language you don't recognize, and just I'm assuming you don't recognize. Let me see. I actually have your sheet. I would know that.
If it's not Yiddish or Hebrew or English, I don't
It is not.
recognize it. I might.
And
I
he
guess
just
since it's
kinda-
Yiddish, I might recognize some like German or Russian or something like that. But I wouldn't know it.
It is not those.
What is
But
the
he
equivalent?
runs off.
What is the equivalent of an insight?
Psychology, more or less.
Psychology. All right, that's what I had a feeling. I'm gonna roll psychology. I want to see if this guy is seems like he's lying like shit to me, which certainly to me as a player he seems to be.
I'm pretty
But
sure
we'll see
he's
how
like.
Pico feels.
Pretty sure he is.
I have a 70 and I got a 56.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woo!
Get that roll.
I
Mark
mean,
that down. Don't forget.
true. Oh yeah.
Oh, right,
Make sure
right,
you mark it. Because I forgot to say so at the beginning last time. So yeah. Above anything else, he seems like nervous and afraid that he's clearly just trying to say anything to get out of it, and then fails and fails miserably. So he just runs.
Oh.
But yeah, he's more like nervous and afraid than he is like trying to conceal something. Well, I mean, obviously, other than what's in the bag.
Hold on, doing a drunk check. All right. When you can't make up your mind, you just roll the dice and see.
You know, it
Um,
helps.
Best way.
Yep. I'm chasing him.
I love it.
Yes. Go for
I'm
it.
fucking chasing.
Do it.
I'm like, no, fuck this. What the fuck is going on? Is there a person in there? Like, what is happening right now? I'm chasing. I'm just gonna yell like, stop, slow down. I'm not gonna hurt you. Like as I chase him. Which is
Try to roll a
actually
fast
really
talk.
convincing. Try to
See if you
roll
can
what?
convince him. Fast talk.
Fast talk. Okay, great.
That's a good one for you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. A 58. Hello. I have a 70.
Yay, mark that one too.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna get all those rolls.
Well,
Woo.
let's see what I roll on the D10s afterwards.
Hey, you know what? One is better than nothing.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So he does slow down and look behind him, and you've kind of got your hands out. Like
Yeah,
you're not
exactly. Like
trying to-
I don't have a weapon. Like I'm not trying to hurt you.
He slows down, and as you approach, as the distance between you closes, you notice a couple of things. For one, the sound of him running is distinctly more of a slapping sound than you might expect. And
I like that.
for two, his face seems a little off. He's definitely like some kind of Mediterranean ethnicity. But that's not what's off about it. What's off is it seems more gray than you might expect for a person normally. Which, to be fair, he just climbed out of a freezing river, so it might be a little gray.
You might be sick.
Some of his features seem a little off, though. Roll a spot hidden to see if you can determine a little bit more.
I have a little bit in spot hidden. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, baby.
Look
I have
at
a
you
65.
go!
Look at
Wow,
this.
nice.
Hot damn. Okay, that's a
Yeah, here we
critical
go.
success for you, I think.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you can see his eyelids are a little more heavy than you would expect. He has relatively little hair on his head, and as he turns, his coat kind of pulls back from just from the air pushing at it as he runs. You can distinctly see, if you weren't a little bit too tipsy, what you would swear are gills on his neck. Like something going a little bit
Drunk
back and
check.
forth, like something that is just not there on a person.
I think at that, because of what I just rolled for myself, I think I stop. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, I think, like, I'm worried I'm, like, fully hallucinating right now, all of a sudden. And I'm, like, stop and, like, try to slap my face a little bit and realize I'm very drunk right now. Does he do it? Does he just keep running away?
No, he stops too, and he's
Is it-
nervous.
I put my hands like this. I say, Are you in trouble? Do you need help?
Um, just feeding the family. The accents are hard, but he's clearly not
It's all good.
well versed in English.
Um,
He knows enough to know what's going on, but not enough to like or to adequately describe the situation.
I'm gonna just point at the sack and be like, fish?
He pulls out a live wriggling fish to show you and just puts it back in.
Okay. It's not people. That's good. Huh? Okay. All right. He seems scared.
He seems scared at first, but he's kind of that's kind of dissolving now as he realizes you're not like an overt threat.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "You hungry?"
Drunk check. Yeah.
I could eat.
I'm just gonna go like, sure. Yeah. I could use something to eat.
Well, follow me.
How big is your family? It's a big sack of fish.
4 of us, 5th on the way.
Congratulations. Mazel tov.
Mazel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come over. He's giving me a fish.
He's beckoning you toward a building. Like he's starting to just walk up the street toward a tenement house.
I'll follow him. Fuck it. Let's go.
I just love that was the most concerned congratulations I've ever heard in my life. And 2, this man is like, yeah, come into this building. I'll give you fish. And you're like, you know what? Best idea I've ever heard. Let's go.
Look,
I don't know that I'm like best idea I ever heard. I think I'm mostly just kind of like, you know what? I'm drunk and I'm just gonna go with it.
Exactly. Sometimes when you're drunk, you make new friends, and those friends will feed you, and it actually works out really well.
And sometimes when you're sober, you realize that was a really good friend you made, and sometimes you realize that was not a good friend.
You were like, why did I do that? I could have died.
Yeah.
Life lessons with Michael Saltzman, everybody.
And the thing is, I'm still drunk, so I don't know which kind of friend this is.
You don't
That's
know
all
yet.
right.
It's still an adventure.
We're all gonna figure it out together. It's all right.
Hasn't turned into a nightmare yet.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm expecting it to as a person, but in game, you fucking know.
Who knows?
It's all right. So I'm following a stranger with a sack of live fish, who appears to have gills.
Who might be a fish man himself.
Who may be a fish
wearing
man.
a very heavy coat and seems to be pretty much naked. Other than that,
Yep.
into his house where he's feeding his family. This seems
Tracks.
it's very late at night, which is also probably should be a huge red flag to me, but didn't clock it. Fischl does not do his best work when drunk. He tries to be sober on the job usually.
Now that you've laid them out like that, there are quite a few red flags here.
Just a few.
Beer goggles.
But hey, let's have some fish.
So not too far up the block, he'll go into the doorway of what's definitely a tenement house, 2 or 3 stories. We'll say 3. He goes inside. It's, standard living fare for the time. Definitely a dilapidated building, poorly taken care of. Pretty cold inside.
Seen a million of these.
Oh, yeah. You would be very familiar. He goes up to the 2nd floor, and again, you hear that slapping sound as he walks. Inside your clothes.
Anything at his feet now? Like, is it better lit now or anything?
In here, it's a little better lit. I mean, than outside. There's some bad electric light in the building, but you can definitely see his feet are like somewhere between an expected foot and something that's a little more splayed out and webbed.
Some people have webbed feet. It happens. That's a real thing that happens.
It is
to
a real
people.
thing that happens.
It is.
People have them. My character's face is like really fucked up. Like he doesn't judge,
and he still wants to feed you. So
and he's giving me a fish.
You're new friends.
Yeah.
And he on the 2nd floor walks up to one of the doors, puts a key in, unlocks it, and inside immediately there's just a flood of the noise of children playing around happily, stuff, banging into walls and them yelling and throwing things, maybe a little rambunctious, but they're being kids. Um, and he says something to someone else in the building, again in this language you don't recognize. Or I'm sorry.
Can I try and phonetically jot down what I'm hearing, even if I don't understand it?
Yeah, sure. You can try.
What would I roll for that? Like a
That's a good question.
Is there like a hearing? Is there like a listening? Oh yeah, listen. There's a listen.
Yeah, there's
skill.
a listen.
I'll try that.
25%.
If that seems right to you.
Yeah, that works.
Well, my listen is 25, but I rolled a 42, so
Dang.
So I struggled. I'm too drunk for this shit. I'm like, no, that I can't even remember the Shavian alphabet right now.
He steps inside and beckons you in. It's a generally well lit space. Are you going inside with him?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
a fucking idiot. Yeah. I'm going in.
You've committed at this point.
Hey, there's kids in there. The only thing that's weird is that they should not be up right now.
Fair enough.
And a number of other things are weird also, besides that being the only thing.
That's
weird.
the only thing.
That's it. That's the one thing.
Yep.
Inside, it's a big open room. There's a few very basic kitchen appliances, mostly just a stove and like a what's the word? I want to say like a stovepipe furnace. That's not quite right. But no, they would have been
like
using radiators at the time, wouldn't they? I don't know.
Like a
You
fire.
would have had a radiator.
Like a wood
Yeah, like a wood burning stove, basically.
burning stove.
Sure.
Very safe to have in an apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Whatever's. They have historically appropriate heating. That's how I'm thinking of it.
And inside is a woman with wearing a head covering, similarly looking, kind of a gray in complexion face. You can't get a read on the hair in her head because she's wearing a head covering, but pretty modestly dressed. And she is portioning out of a big bag of rice onto just a pot on their stove. He slaps down this bag of fish on a table, dumps them out, just unceremoniously live wriggling fish, and picks up a big kitchen knife and just starts chopping.
I give a respectful little nod of my head to the woman as I enter, and just like, since I'm a stranger here, do I see the kids?
Yes, there are two of them, a boy and a girl. They look perfectly normal. They look like perfectly normal people. Small people, but people. Normal hands, complexion, none of the same weird features that you're seeing.
Is this
on
like the
him.
13th year where they don't turn into fish people until they turn 13?
God, that was a thing.
Did I unlock that memory?
What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
Disney Channel original movie where
Yeah.
he turns into like a merman when he turns 13.
13. Like he
Oh,
starts
this
to get like scales and stuff, and he's like, "What's happening?" And his family's like, "Oh, by the way."
Because he's
I
a
haven't thought about
swimmer
that in, like,
in high
20
school, and
years.
he's
What the
like starts
fuck?
swimming really fast, and yeah.
I don't know
thought
what
about
the
that
fuck
movie
this is.
in
I've never seen this.
Watch it; it's
But
a good one.
I will watch it and write an I'm actually question.
Yes,
about
please,
Yeah.
please do it.
Please,
Holy shit.
please.
That's an idea if you guys haven't yet. Disney Channel original movies special episode.
We haven't done that.
Yes.
We do have a really
Oh,
good
man.
episode focusing on kids content coming up this season.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna.
I would
I
very-
would
That was
crush
my
in that
pet, I was very
episode.
proud of that.
Yeah,
We literally play in our living room. I don't know if we've told you this, but we play against each other
No.
in our living
we
room.
do. We do.
That's great. I fucking love that.
I have yelled at the TV. No, it's this.
We have
Somebody,
multiple.
please guess this. Come on.
Whereas I'll have written a question, hear it read aloud, have the answers on a spreadsheet in front of me, and I'll still be like,
What was
"What
that?
is it?"
The most
Love it.
recent B. Dave Walters episode was was one where I'm like, come on, B Dave, come on, you got this.
He's good. You can get it. He's pretty
So
good.
good all the time. Oh wait, the first new episode of the season. We've derailed, but I don't
Yeah,
mind it.
we gotta get
Just
back.
for a
but,
minute.
But just for a minute, the first new episode of the season's this
It's
week.
Thursday,
Yes,
right?
this Friday, it's
Yeah.
coming.
Friday.
Oh, Friday. Yeah.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Friday,
Sweet.
unless they change the day.
15th?
Which they might
No,
have.
it should be Friday. Yeah, the Friday's the
Either Friday.
15th.
Yeah, Friday's the 15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
it's
gonna
our
say, I
first
knew
news.
it was
It's
happening
got Brennan and Adam Conover and oh no, third person who's our guest. Who
I don't remember either. I would give it to you.
Wait,
Gosh, I read all this
wait,
earlier.
I can't stop now. I have to get it
I
correct.
checked
Hold
the
on.
schedule.
Hold
No,
on.
please
Got
do.
this.
Hold on. Who is the third guest on this episode? I shouldn't feel too bad. We filmed it a while ago, but
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a bit.
it is. Oh, Gabris.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like the smug champions is basically what it is. It's like we brought the 3 smuggest people we could find.
Of course.
And
Get in the
it's
comments.
It's a
what can I say?
throwdown.
It's understandable.
It's good.
It's understandable.
Now, back to where I was probably
Now,
gonna be
with the
murdered.
fish
Yeah,
people.
Fish
Back
people.
to the fish people.
Yes. So as you're looking around and as he's doing this, he turns around and big like kitchen knife in hand, like big like chopping like butcher style knife, says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my manners," and introduces himself. Let's see. There's my document. Introduces himself as Leon, and his wife Milena, and the children Nico and Sophia.
Oh, precious. Precious little
But also,
fish
I love that
children.
you walked into this again, the drunk factor. But you walked into this man's house, did not know his name, just was like fish.
Fish.
You know, I probably have boundary issues as an investigative journalist. You know,
Fair enough.
Like, I probably forget where I'm allowed to go and where I'm not normally.
Or what like normal people would constitute like a dangerous situation versus
Whereas
you're
I'm
like,
kinda
this
like,
is
right.
the day.
Finding shit out. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Just curious about something, you go in. Nothing bad ever happened to anyone curious, so I don't know why we're worried about it. That's what they say. Okay, I just say, official Stern, a pleasure. Sorry to bother you. I was, it was just, I was surprised to see you come out of the river.
Yes, very, very surprising. I figured we maybe break a little bread, you keep a little secret. You know, the river.
All right.
That.
You know, fuck it. I'm gonna see if I can leverage this. Let me do some. I know he doesn't speak English super well, but I think this is. I can't. I think this is fast talk. It could be bargain, but I think since money's not involved, it's fast talk. Or maybe persuade. I don't know. You tell me what you think is most appropriate. What I want to do is I'm kind of like right now thinking like, okay, fuck it. I need contacts everywhere I can get. Let's keep a secret. Maybe I can occasionally get some info from this guy. So I'm basically gonna. My goal here is to tell him what I do as a reporter, and convince him. Maybe I can occasionally come to you and ask you some questions about what's going on in the neighborhood. Basically, that's what I want to
Sure.
do. Do you want me to roll anything or nah? Don't even worry about it.
He's amenable to it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll anything really. He likes the idea. He's
Thank you. Do you mind if I ask, where are you from?
Greece.
Oh. Now that one, I'm rolling a psychology check on him to see if I think he's lying. Ooh. I have a 70 and I got a 27.
Nice. No, there's no lie in his word. He seems pretty honest.
Oh, so it's Greek. Or now I'm assuming it's Greek anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
I think probably.
Okay. You say, well, thank you. I suppose I won't bother your family anymore. I appreciate the invite. You don't need to give me anything. I just wanted to make sure you are all right.
Oh, sure. Okay. Coffee before you go? freshen up.
Yes.
There's a big pot of coffee
God,
going,
yes.
and his wife will pour you a cup.
Great.
And
I
it is
happily gulp it down.
delicious.
Ooh, good coffee.
It's like brought over from the old world delicious.
Oh, this is. I start to go down, and when I realize how good it is, I like slow down. I'm like, oh no, man, I'm gonna take a second with this one, and I just sit and drink my coffee while I eat.
It's one of those two-handers where you just sit
Yep.
for a minute.
No, this is. That's real good. That's cutting right through the beer. Yeah, there it is. Oh no,
Oh no, oh no.
Ryan Mack, where'd you
Ryan?
go?
Ryan! Ryan! What did I? Should I not have drank the
Oh
coffee?
no, he'll be
Did
right
I
back.
offended him?
The coffee made him disappear. He'll be back in a minute.
Oh
I'm
no.
sure.
Do you think he was like, if somebody drinks this coffee, it's gonna fuck my whole campaign up?
I hope no one actually drinks the coffee.
The actual Eldritch
Everybody's
Horror
gonna know
took
not
the
to drink
GM
it.
away.
It's like,
Good,
Oh,
I
no.
came back.
We
okay.
found you.
Yay!
Internet dropped for just a moment.
No
That's all
problem.
right. Things happen.
So,
All right, cool. I drink some coffee, and I'm guessing unless something else happens there, I'm happy to eventually politely head out and head back home.
yeah. And they're perfectly happy to have you around for food. They're going to make up, simple rice and fish.
I say thank you, but I'm all right. It is occurring to me that it's late and it's a little weird, and I think probably maybe a little offensively in my head, I'm kind of like, it just must be like a Greek thing right now, and like I'm like moving on from it and just being like, maybe I need to like learn more about like Greek culture right now, because this is like an area that I don't have a lot of expertise in, and who knows like what I'm missing because of that. Like I'm always like digging for information, so I think that's how I'm thinking about it. And then I kind of stumble home a little with a warm belly.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
You two, anything you're doing this evening?
Evelyn comes from money, so she would have probably taken a taxi. She probably lives a bit further away. I don't think she would be as like, she doesn't spend the money. Like, she has money, but she doesn't make it known that she has money. Like, she doesn't actually need to work at the library. She just wants to. She enjoys it. So I don't think she necessarily lives on like the Upper West Side, but she lives in a nicer area. So she would have probably taken a taxi home. And when she got home, she probably would have been pouring through Reggie's dad's journal, and then looking up references to hermits in art, in whatever her collection is at home, so that she can kind of have a base of where to start looking painting wise tomorrow at the museum.
Okay. Gotcha.
Nothing fancy.
Uh,
Sounds good.
Hazel went home and is working on a painting at the moment. Specifically a forgery, but a painting nonetheless. Not that she's like struggling with money at the moment, but her boss has inquired if she could maybe make something for them to move, and will obviously get a stipend of that money. So she's working on that for them.
Fair.
Just some light mob activity for your evening. Nothing too strenuous. She's just sitting and listening to music and painting, probably another painting of flowers, because there were a billion of them. And once you get good at one flower, you get good at them all. So
Having a cigarette and one of those long cigarette holders for no reason.
1000%. Hazel
There
is
was a
nothing if
reason.
not fancy. does it.
There was
guess.
100% a reason. It was so that you didn't get the tobacco stains, the nicotine tar stains on your hands.
Rich people.
It wasn't rich people. It was entertaining people.
Sure.
And
Oh, by
Hazel
the
is
way,
nothing if not entertaining.
true. Did we need a break tonight or not? We didn't
Yes.
discuss.
Do you mind if we take a break right about now, and then
That's a good time.
we will be back in just a little bit, and we will continue on with the next day. So everybody, go get some water, get a snack,
Eat
buy
some
a
fish and
break,
rice.
eat
Yeah,
some
eat
fish,
some fish.
with fish people. We'll be back in between like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Sounds
see you in a
good.
minute. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. We're loading slowly. Hello.
That's all right.
We are back. I love the
There we
squeaky
go.
toys in the background.
I know.
It makes me so happy.
My fiance got him a seal with 10 squeakers in it.
Wait,
How many?
what kind of dog is he?
squeakers?
He's a pit terrier mix. I actually
I
found
love
him
kitties.
last year, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
He was literally in the road, and I stopped and picked him up and carried him to my car.
How old is he?
This is a little hard.
He's almost 2.
Yeah, he's a poor
Yep.
baby, but
He was a puppy.
he's the best.
He's got a weird history. He
Yes.
Aw.
his original owner had to rehome him after a bad breakup. He got dumped somewhere from that. Then the people she rehomed him with also ended up dumping him, but then I found him, so he's good now.
Yeah.
I do professional dog training. Actually, I used to. I should say pre-COVID, I did a lot
Nice.
of professional dog training, and you've done a mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start messaging you now. Be like, "Hi, Michael. How do I make Henry stop barking?
I
How
It's
do I
hard.
make him stop
I
barking?"
can give you genuine advice on that if you really want.
I'm gonna poke you for some advice every once in a while. That's my main
Go for it.
problem.
I do it for people all the time.
He just freaks out a lot because he thinks if he hears anybody outside our house, he's determined that they're going to try to break in and hurt somebody. And I'm like, buddy, buddy boy, it's all good. It is a 5-year-old on a skateboard. He can't do anything.
Real
to
noise
me.
sensitive is what I'm hearing. Like real noise
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can talk to you about that.
he's the best.
Yeah.
He just has
He
separation
is.
anxiety and ADHD.
Yeah.
This
Mhm.
dog has hardcore separation anxiety,
Henry's the
especially
same.
because I
mean-
work from here.
That makes sense given his history.
Yeah, true. That too.
All right, so
So hopping back in.
next day,
So actually, overnight,
overnight.
Um,
Oh.
Oh,
God.
no.
Hazel,
Yeah.
you find yourself coming to awareness in a weird place, somewhere you haven't seen before. At first, all you see is just black, just the purest black you've ever seen. But you know you're conscious, and you look around a little bit, and you see like a gray, kind of just a gray dust plain, just looking around. A little bit of hill in the distance, almost totally featureless. And you realize the black is sky, but it's darker than you've ever seen it anywhere. It's like being in a completely windowless room with the lights out. There's nothing. And turning behind you, you can see what has to be the sun, but it is just a blank white disc. You're not seeing anything like air at all. And looking a little further, you see something no one has literally ever seen before at this point. You're familiar with it because you've seen a globe, but this has to be the Earth. It is stunningly beautiful. You've never seen a representation like it because you're seeing clouds and weather happen in real time. On this edge of the night side, you can see lightning flickering in little places. It's incredibly beautiful to look at. And you find yourself staring at it for a while, until out of the corner of your eye, something is approaching. You recognize it almost immediately as the same figure you saw in the library, but the robe is not faded, and it's actually fully motional, fully animated at this point. It's some kind of bipedal figure striding at you in this yellow robe with this cowl down, and it's definitely coming straight at you.
Oh. Oh, God.
It's approaching, and at this moment, for somehow it's the first time you've realized it, but there's no air. Like you try to take in a breath out of surprise, and there's nothing is coming to your lungs, and it's getting closer, and you start to panic hard.
Oh, God.
and as it approaches, its hood still down. It starts to look up, and you wake up just drenched with sweat.
Oh, okay.
And make a sanity check, please.
Great. I would love
no.
to. How fun.
Oh no.
Okay. So this is the first time I think I've had to make one of these in this game. I'm rolling. I try to roll lower than my sanity points. Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
I think it's equal to or lower. Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. I'm fine. Oh, I got really scared for a minute. I got a 49. And I'm at 69 right now, so this is fine.
Okay.
It's just some kind of space moon creature situation. Whatever.
You know.
Fine. It's all good.
You still, as you're just genuinely shaken from that experience, because it was like a vividly real dream, similar to the one you had with the others. There was no one else, though, in this one. It was just you.
Yeah. I think this one was worse because I was alone.
Oh, true.
I think before. What time is it in the morning?
When do you normally
About.
wake up?
Oh gosh.
11 a.m.
She has to go to work, so I would assume that she probably wakes up between like 8 and 9, and comes in like a little bit later than most other people just because they don't schedule like super early morning like buying of any kind. That's mostly what she has to deal with anyway. So she probably rolls into work at like 10-ish.
Right on.
Yeah, so it's probably a solid 8 a.m. while she's sitting here hyperventilating in her own bed. Um, and I think before I do anything else, I'd like to try to write down everything that I saw to try and remember as much of it as possible because now that this has happened again and it's the same person as was in the library, I think she knows that this is not just a regular dream. So I'm going to write
Officially, you
down
wake up feeling
everything.
like a hangover in a way that you haven't been able to since a younger day. Um, that Greek coffee did something good. It's like, when you drink too much and you slam a whole bunch of water and take an ibuprofen before you go to bed, hangover dodged.
Hell yeah.
Evelyn,
Hmm.
neither of you had crazy dreams, fortunately.
Okay, good.
Just Hazel this time.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
good.
that.
Just me.
Just you.
Great.
I'll take it.
What are y'all planning to do for the day?
I'm gonna go into work probably very early because she probably goes in early and like helps open everything. And then while she is getting everything ready for the day, she's probably going to kind of grab some books here and there, on that same topic that she doesn't have access to at home, to do more digging into this figure that they're trying to figure out.
Gotcha. Anybody else plans for the day?
I'm going into work. And when I get there, I'm going to try to look for any artists or any pieces of art that would. I think she's hung up on two things, and one of them is obviously the moon right now. But that sort of research, I think, will lead her to like a very broad thing, which is not what's going to help her at this point. So I think she would probably check for either like a bright red sun, like if there are any paintings or anything that depict landscapes with like super bright red suns, like ones that are bigger, like in that first place that we all were, and also see if she can find anything that looks like that person in yellow robes, like in any paintings, or if there were certain artists that depicted robes like that, or literally anything in that vein.
Okay. Um, while you're looking for that, then that's not what I wanted to open. Oh well. What do I want to have you roll for that? Roll me a spot hidden.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
am
I
I
love that.
am I too soft, Mama Cat? I can turn up my gain. I think this way. This way. This is the way I'm supposed to turn it.
That is the way. You sound louder now. There it is.
You know, a thought occurs, and it's delicious. I am going to use
don't
one of
like
those
it.
AI bots, like those AI artist things, to
Please do. I
create some
would
scenes
love
from this and
that.
see how fucking weird it gets.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I got a 37, by the way,
37? Okay, cool.
which succeeds for me because I have an 80.
Sorry, I'll talk louder. I was being quiet.
So, looking through the archives and some of the back stock of the museum, you find something that you haven't seen before, which is not super unusual. There's a lot of stuff held up in a major museum like that, but it is a stunningly familiar scene of that same library tower on the same lake with the big red sun, painted vividly, if not a little bit surreal of a style. Almost like the details are like fuzzy on the edges, but it is unmistakably that same scene.
How big of a painting are we talking, or a piece?
Decently large. Let's see, probably about yay big, so a couple of feet by an appropriate cross dimension. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't art.
But I could definitely carry that to my office.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, fantastic. That's coming with me. That I'm gonna take that to my office and keep it there, because when Fischl and Evelyn get there, I want to show it to them. But yeah, we'll start there for the day and see where that takes us.
Sweet. And facial.
For me, what I'm probably doing is before I go meet up with everybody, I think I'm going to go down to the docks with this manifest, and I'm going to try and find if any ship that is on this manifest is currently docked. And if any of them are, I am going to try and sneak on board and see what the fuck is going on these ships.
Nice. Love it.
So I imagine that's a series of rules.
It is. It will be. So there are a few on the manifest that you can ask around about.
Mhm.
Docks are always, especially in the daytime, always pretty busy.
Yep.
So there's people around that you can ask.
Sure.
Dock workers, management, whatever. Let's see. How do you want to approach that? Are you just going to like straightforwardly ask if there's a specific ship in, or are you trying to be a little bit?
I'm going to be a little subtler than that. I'm going to be looking around. I'm going to be saying I'm supposed to be checking out. I'm going to claim. I'm going to be trying to pose as somebody more like doing business with one of the people somebody from one of the ships. Like I'm supposed to check on something with somebody from one of these ships, basically about a shipment.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to mention where I'm from. I'm just going to say, yeah, I have but I'm going to be acting like I have business with them. So probably, I don't know if that's more fast talking or persuasion or, oh my goodness, I'm, or just being really yawny. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Wow. I guess I could also be spot hidden if I'm just looking for the ship itself as well while I'm doing
You could
this.
do that.
Maybe even before I talk to anybody, I'll just see if I can spot any of the ships, actually. That way I don't even have to draw attention to myself.
Okay.
Let me start there. So my spot hidden is 65. Gonna need to talk to somebody.
You got luck
Uh,
too, if you want to spend it.
I don't. I want to talk to
Okay.
somebody. I'm gonna save that for when I'm feeling extremely unlucky.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so I'm gonna try and find like nobody like too high up on the food chain, just like a dock worker or somebody, or be like, hey, I'm trying to find I don't know what one of the ship's names is. Let's say the fuck do they call ships? The Marigold. There we go. The Marigold. I'm trying to find the Marigold.
Brilliant. Good
Yeah.
name.
Um,
I'd say that's more fast talk if you're just trying to trying to obscure your intent. Just trying to get straight to the point and say, without them asking too many questions.
Great. All right, let me roll that. My fast talk is 70. I got a 65.
Nice.
Brilliant. Ace.
There we go.
The Marigold, it's like maybe 3-4 berths down. It's a ship, a cargo ship.
Thank you. Yeah, I gotta. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I don't even like give any more information. I just walk off.
Right on.
Yeah, I don't want to. The less you tell people, the more they can just assume for themselves.
Exactly. Very true.
And I'm gonna eyeball the ship from a distance for a little bit. I want to see like if I see people unloading or offloading anything, offloading or loading anything. If I see anything that feels suspicious about her, if it just seems like standard shipping vessel.
Okay.
And I'm also probably looking a little bit to see if there's a good opportunity to sneak aboard without it being overly dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a spot hidden if you would.
So no, I'm not.
Fail it.
Hangover might be gone, but I am still a little bit weirded out from the last 24 hours.
I mean, fair. So you don't see anything particularly strange happening. I mean, it's just a ship with a lot of shipping containers sitting on the top deck. Things are being offloaded by machinery, but nothing particularly weird that sets it aside from the few ships surrounding it. After a short while, though, there is a whistle that goes off for a meal break because unions.
Oh, yeah.
So after
Thanks,
that,
unions.
you can, after that whistle goes, a lot of the people like working in the area go a short distance away to like what's the word I'm looking for? Almost like a temporary structure, basically just posts with a roof.
Yeah.
Under a shelter from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So that would give you potentially
An
a break
opening.
to go aboard.
I'm gonna roll a chutzpah check for myself. Great. I'm gonna do something real dumb because I did pretty well on that roll. Which is I'm going to see if there's any. I have no. I want to be clear. Default disguise is 1%. I have no training in disguise, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there's any like dock worker clothes lying around that I could kind of like slip on a little bit over what I'm wearing to try and look a little bit more like I fit in than I already do. And I'm assuming I'll roll a disguise check for that and be miserable about whatever I get.
Actually, give me just a luck roll for that.
Just a straight up luck roll. So,
Yep.
What am I trying to hit? Just like
yours is 85.
Oh, 85. Okay, great. So I'm trying to. All right,
which
great.
is a shitload of luck. Good lord.
Yeah, I was very happy about that.
Hell yeah, success.
Mm-hmm.
So
My
someone
appearance
has
not
left
so good. Sorry, go
a
ahead.
jacket aside
Mhm.
with the marigolds like a badge on it.
There it is. I put that on. I just like kind of like casually walk up, like not trying to draw attention to myself, just sort of want to get in as fast as possible, like I left something or something like that, like I'm just running back in before I run out again.
Yep. No secret. Look like you know what you're doing, and most people just go for it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to get to places where you shouldn't be.
Oh yeah. I know. It's not a great way to get out of them, though. You can get into
No, it is not.
inside. But, stick the landing later. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm getting onto that ship.
I want to do that one day. Like, just go into a movie theater wearing high-vis vests with another guy and carry a ladder.
Mhm.
Two guys wearing high-vis vests and carrying a ladder can get into so many places.
Anywhere you want.
I mean, especially a movie theater, because, nobody working at a movie theater wants to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. They just want to get the fucking day.
Anyway, you can make your way aboard.
Mm-hmm.
You're not totally sure what you're looking for.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably looking for like a cargo hold or something along those lines, wherever I think like goods are kept, or if there seem like there's a lot of cabins, I might also check a cabin area, but probably cargo first.
Yeah. Generally, that would be downward on a ship, so you can start that way.
You could tell me anything and I'd believe you. I don't know. Fuck about this.
I know maybe 3% more than you.
Right. Perfect.
Maybe. That's being extremely generous. So, making your way down to the next deck, there is a larger cargo door that you can open up, because why would it be locked? Because people are actively working on this part of the ship, or were just a few minutes ago.
Gonna go ahead and take a quick look over my shoulder, make sure nobody's right there, and just pull it open like I'm supposed to be going inside.
Okay.
Yep.
Inside are a lot of wooden crates, a lot of larger material, like things that are too big to be crated, like we're blanking on the word, like steel girders or lumber. Like a lot of building materials is what this seems to be carrying.
If there's any like identification numbers or anything like that on any crates, I want to see if I can find anything that seems like it might logically match up or fall in line in like the same area of numbers or something like that as anything I have on the manifest. I know that'll take a hot second. It might be too complicated to get done before someone notices me, but I'm going to give it my best shot.
I completely get what you're at. Let me see. What would that be?
Did you know you were going to be doing a weird boat mystery in the middle of this campaign?
I thought about it. It was one of many possibilities. Let's see. It's too specific for that. Just go ahead and give me another luck roll. See what happens.
Sure, you got it. Hey, I'll take it. Oh wait,
nice.
It actually said 43. It wasn't a 17.
Oh, okay.
It rolled from me shaking it.
Still a success, either way.
Yeah, still a success.
Yeah. So you can see a few things that, like the numbering on the manifest, doesn't match a lot of what you're seeing. Like in terms of a numbering scheme, a couple of letters in the front and a dash in the middle. And there's some that a lot of the crates don't have that same scheme exactly. You do come across one that does, a wooden crate, kind of unremarkable looking, except for you notice there are there's more of a gap than usual between a few of the wooden slats making up the crate.
Ooh, I don't like that. Hold on. I'm just checking something in my character sheet. Yeah, I can give this a shot. I'm moderately strong. First, I'm going to try and see if I can take a peek. It can't be very light in here, I imagine. So
it's not super well lit.
No. So I'm going to try to take a peek, but assuming I can't see very well, I'm going to see if this is nailed, like sealed shut, or if this is something that I can kind of pry open.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and do it not excruciatingly loudly, but boy, oh boy, will that be interesting, because I don't know how I'm going to control that. Just going to hope.
So it's not nailed shut. That's another thing that sets it apart as you look. It's not shut up that way. There is a bit of a lock
Oh,
that, like what's the
like a
word?
latch.
Yeah, like those big, like steel ones that you can tell would make
That
like
you
a
like,
big,
you like slide
yeah,
across.
a slider. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word. That you could tell would make like a big noise if you weren't careful with it.
I'm gonna do it.
Ooh, that's a straight 50-50. I'm so tempted. Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Make it a sneak roll. See if you can do that
Sneak
quietly.
roll. Here we go. Let the fates decide. Oh.
Nope.
The fates have decided against me. So I'm assuming it's kind of like a kind of situation. Is that what I'm dealing with?
It's more just like a loud, as you slide it, it's almost stuck. You have to pull on it a little bit, so it's getting away from you. And there's a big like talk as you know, big mechanical thunk as you take it over.
Do I hear
Okay.
anybody coming or anything?
Not
I'm
at the
immediately
moment.
gonna like go quiet when that happens.
It's only been a couple of minutes.
Okay.
The first thing you hear though is some shuffling inside the crate. So something is in there.
Rolling a stupid roll. I'm not stupid today. I'm gonna knock on the side of the crate with like a fist. I'm gonna go like knock, 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 like that. Anything?
There's a silence for a moment. And then there's a voice calling out in like a soft voice, a clearly feminine voice calling out in another language that you don't recognize.
Shit.
Sounds vaguely European, but it's hard to tell.
Oh shit. Shit. I get my camera out. I'm gonna photograph the crate and the number on it.
Okay.
That's the first thing I want to do. Then I'm sure the bulb makes a noise and whatnot as well. I'm not being very stealthy at this point. And there's also a flash, so if somebody was like down a hall or something, and you know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna just say, "Are you okay?"
There's another shuffling sound. It sounds like straw is in there. Like they're shuffling against straw or something like that. And a gentle like thump against the back of the crate. No response.
So I want to explain what I'm thinking here. This person's not calling me for help. They're not like, oh, thank God someone's here. They're clearly either scared I'm going to do something to them or worried that I'm catching them. It's one or the other. It's very clearly a person being smuggled. That's obvious at this point. But that could mean a lot of fucking things. Could mean, forced servitude. It could mean like somebody's making money off of bringing people into the country. It could be a lot of things. So what I'm going to do now that I have this photo is I'm actually going to, and I don't think this person has gotten a good look at me.
Probably
I'm
not.
gonna-
You haven't really.
I'm
opened
going to
it.
actually back off here. I'm going to close it back up because they're not like, oh, thank God, get me out of here. So I'm going to close it back up and I'm going to whisper, I'll be back, like quietly, hoping that they get some sense that I'm not a threat to them, that I'm not trying to do anything to them, and that I'm also not the person who's here to get them. And that I'm going to try and get out of here without being noticed. And I'm going to keep an eye on the boat to see if that box is moved for the rest of the day off of this ship.
Okay.
So I guess, should I sneak? Is that what I should do?
Yeah, for sure, to get out. Yeah.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's not great. Oh man,
Well, it
this
started
could
out
go
like
all
a good
sorts
day
of
for
ways
Fischl.
now.
Official's better when he drinks.
I should
You
have stayed
know.
for that fish. I should have eaten the
You
fish.
should have eaten the fish. It would have given you
Should've eaten the fish.
superpowers.
Yep.
You would have had gills. They would have been cool.
You know, I'm really glad I didn't eat the fish now that you say that. Oh, fuck my life. Well, oh no. Every time I mention the fish or the coffee, something goes horribly wrong.
I'll be back in a second.
Ryan, come back.
I'll apologize to him when he comes back.
That's all right. Your magical powers over his
Oh,
internet
I'm
are
back.
too strong.
You're back.
I'm sorry for ruining your internet.
It's all good. Everybody dropped off one by one. That was kind of weird. Like everyone froze up, and
You're just being
all of you
taken out.
disappeared like in a sequence. That was strange. So as you're making your way back out, going toward the door down into this cargo area, there's someone turns the corner, looks straight at you, right in the eyes. Looks at you suspiciously immediately. It says, "I'm dropped again."
Oh, we
Random.
can hear you.
Oh no!
There we go.
Hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
you're
There
back.
we go.
Cool. Haha.
I was like, what does he say? What does he say?
What?
Oh, you didn't catch that? Okay. He looks
No,
at
no.
you and says, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?"
I'm going to do a quick... I'm going to try and do a psych roll to get a read on this guy. Like, if I think this guy is just a worker who I can come clean with, or if this is somebody with more authority than that. Or I guess I could do No, I think probably psych's the best way to do it. I'd rather take
Okay.
that approach. That feels more in character to me anyway. My psychology is... What is it? Damn it. Just above my psychology. I have a 70. It's a 73.
Oof.
So I just got to guess. Okay. I'm running a story for the paper. You mind if I interview you?
You didn't think to ask us on the dock? You got on the ship?
Well, guys on the docks, they're like in their own world. I guess I should roll fast talk here.
Should.
Yeah. That's not that. It's still bullshit my way out of a situation. Here we go. I'm gonna be like, the guys on the docks, they weren't super talkative. I've kind of felt like they were busy, focused. Thought maybe the guys still on the boat would be a little bit more receptive. And I'm gonna say, and to be totally on the level with you, I wanted to get a look at the inside of the ship, without somebody just like show me what I'm supposed to see, what I'm not supposed to see. I'm trying to get a real feel for this stuff.
Oh.
I was like,
Him.
oh no, he's really mad at me.
Ryan, come back.
The tension is killing me, guys. Does he believe me? I don't know.
We
Did
may
we
not
both get
know
one?
if this is
I don't know.
Ryan!
I have to know.
Ryan.
Ryan!
Come back.
Do you think he's okay?
Yeah, he was having internet issues.
Good old Indiana. The internet. Rough.
We'll get a message.
I just realized that I can respond like with my voice to messages in the chat instead of typing a response.
Yeah, you can
So
just say
weird.
things.
No,
I can just say
things.
things because I'm talking to everybody.
Yep.
So next time, instead of typing, oh yes, definitely, I'll just say,
Any better? Okay.
hours without sleep. Oh yes, definitely.
Okay.
Hey, he's back.
I don't know why this keeps happening. Hopefully this will
Then
not.
I gotta fix you
but-
in the stream.
Sorry.
You're good.
No, you're fine.
Dude,
You just have to like
Super
re-put
quick.
in the
Not your
link
fault.
when things drop
Super
like
quick.
that. It's much easier than when we were doing everything on Zoom, though. So
Very
the
true.
strides we are making.
Excellent.
That 1 year in streaming's doing us great because now
Just
we know not to use
saying.
Zoom anymore. Never again.
No more Zoom.
Am I dropping again? No, okay. For a second it did, but now it's fine.
All right, can someone explain to me what Mr. Nubby one just said?
Oh, Nubby, you're in
Don't-
here.
Don't. Just ignore him. Just please ignore him.
Cherry is Kylie's character on Ladies of Lake.
Okay,
all
right.
of
This is another
my
show we're in right now.
all of my social media is Viking Mermaid, and he comes up with all of the different ways to say Viking Mermaid.
To say Viking Mermaid.
It's
great.
I
Oh,
have we
Norwegian dugong, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes total sense.
have we
now.
have been friends. He is my oldest friend. We have been friends since we were like 3. So
That's adorable.
you know, it is what it is. He likes to get his punches in when he can.
I can't hear
Nubby's
the word.
wonderful.
I can't hear the word dugong without thinking of that Futurama line where the guy talks. He was like, "What about that nice dugong you were supposed to marry?" You know. Great, it's just a great fucking moment.
God, that's one of the best episodes. Anyways, I can talk about that episode for longer than it runs.
Oh yes, definitely.
God. So at the mention of when you say things things I'm supposed to see, things I'm not supposed to see, you can see, you don't need any roll for this. You can see he perks up at that.
Mm-hmm.
And reaches into his coat, kind of like puts a hand down in his coat, like across his body into his coat, and just keeps it there for a second. And
I'm
says,
just gonna say, I'm not armed.
"We don't want reporters on this boat."
My mistake. I thought the Marigold was going to be a friendly place. My apologies. I'll check out a different ship. You got any recommendations?
I don't know that I can let you do that.
Well, what do I need to talk to the dock master or something? I am being deliberately obtuse about this threat. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make you say it, motherfucker.
Look, all right. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that's beating somebody for being somewhere he shouldn't be.
Whoa, all right.
So you just come along. Come this way. You got a camera, I see? What you taking photos of?
Well, nothing yet.
Ooh, that's a lie.
It sure
You already
is.
succeeded on the last talk, though. Look, you just come this way. Keep your hands where I can see them. I'll
put
make
my
a show.
that away, like,
All right, move along.
you got it. I don't
don't
want
know.
any trouble. I was just listen. I'm a reporter. As soon as we try and find stuff out, you know, that's all we do. No harm meant.
Okay.
God, shut your fucking mouth, official.
Oh man.
I really thought that guy was gonna like punch you in the face, and I was like, "Daggone it, we don't know where he is."
Oh, I was pretty sure that I was straight up about to get stabbed.
Yep. It's like, please don't let Fischl die like this.
Possibly thrown into a crate.
We never would have found you. We would have been like, we have no clue where.
I don't know. Official was supposed to be here, but he was very
Yeah.
drunk last night.
He got
So-
very drunk.
He lets you get in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and walks you, toward the way out that you had come from.
Mhm.
Kylie's face.
I know where this is going.
So do I.
Hey, you know what? Right before you get to the door out, he turns you to the right where there's an open cabin, and there are
Okay.
2 other big, like, brawny dock worker looking guys. One of them just
Mhm.
gives you a right hook straight to the face.
Shit, can I do anything to try? I can dodge, right?
You absolutely can try to dodge.
All right, I'm gonna try to dodge that
Oh,
shit.
I
It's
thought he was
deck
gonna knock
times
him in the back of the head and knock him out.
dodges dex
That was
times
only the
2.
first hit. There's 3 people now.
All right, so this is so I'm trying to get lower than a 24 or lower is what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
All right.
And you can spend luck on this if you want to.
Yes, that's a lot of luck, though.
That is.
I think I'm gonna take the fucking hit. I can take a hit, so
Yeah.
to a degree,
Oof.
Like, he's not going to kill you with a punch or anything.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, I don't know how
can't,
big he.
but
How
So
many
how
health points
how
you
does-
got there?
I got 11 of them.
I also have 11.
How am I the strongest one out of all of us? This feels
can-
wrong.
I can throw a good punch,
Yeah.
but I can't.
I can't take one.
I have 15 hit points and I have a 90 in hitting because she works for the mob and I didn't know what else to do but make her violent.
I mean, I've got
Listen,
a,
you work
I've
with
got
her
a
arms, you know?
65 in fist. I need to cast some fist.
Good old 90.
I have.
What a wonderful throwback reference.
I didn't put anything into fist. I just have 50%.
I do
In
have
fairness,
martial arts though.
You have
I will
martial
roll
arts?
for that.
Yeah.
Henry's
Okay.
decided to make an
Yeah.
appearance on stream tonight.
That's a hit.
Big floof.
Yeah, he's going to hit you. The other one's the guy behind you is going to, like, put you in a what is it? Not a full Nelson because that's holding someone down, but
A
like just
headlock?
grab your arms. Not a headlock.
Can I
even
try and
necessarily.
throw a punch before that happens? Or I don't know
Yes.
how combat works in this. All
You
right.
can.
Oh, wait, how much damage did I take?
Let's see. I was looking for a good brawling. I think it's
Well,
like
it says the standard damage is 1d3 plus your
1d3.
damage bonus die.
Okay.
I don't know if you care. Like, I
I
don't
do.
know if there's. Yeah.
My damage bonus is a negative.
I have a d4 for a damage bonus. That's the one thing I'm okay at. So if I can hit one of these guys, I might do okay.
So let's see. So 3 damage total.
Okay.
They're taking or they're hitting you with.
All right, I'm down to 8 HP.
8. Yeah.
There we go. Just moving that sucker. There we go. All right, and I'm gonna throw this punch. So I'm rolling fist, right?
Yes.
All right, so this is just a 50-50. Here we go. Don't fuck up. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, no.
Official.
The worst thing is you
Remember
can't
that
spend luck on
88
combat
you rolled
rolls,
before
so-
the game?
Yeah.
You were like, this is going to determine how good we all do tonight.
I rolled
So
an
it's a
88.
sudden turn. He practically throws you into this room and then has you locked up, or is about to have you locked up. So you're thrown off and your fist doesn't land quite right. Doesn't do anything.
I
The
think
other guys,
after I whiff, I'm just gonna go like, this doesn't seem fair at all. And yeah.
from behind you, there's a not the point.
Oh God, we
And-
don't know where he is.
The second one lands it too. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good deal better. That's 6 more.
Oh shit! I'm down to 2 HP.
Ryan.
Now
Ooh, did you not
They're
kill
probably-
Michael Saltzman?
Am I gonna
they're
die
not stabbing you,
in
they're
a
not
boat?
shooting you.
I haven't even met a Cthulhu yet.
At that 2, down to 2, that hits you. Actually, no, you go unconscious at 0. Never mind.
Okay, but like
So you still
I
have
might
an
fall
opportunity
though.
to act.
Like, I'm sure I could fall. Like, I'm gonna go down, and I'm not gonna try and throw another punch. I'm just gonna say, "The fuck do you want from me?" And I'm gonna maybe roll a persuade for that. Like, basically, I'm just being like, "Look, you got me. I don't fucking know what you want me to do here."
Okay. Roll it. See what happens. You do have a mighty high persuade.
I do, and I got a 62, which is not bad. I have a 90 in persuade.
Nice.
I'm very persuasive.
Very nice.
Oh man.
I mean, they might just keep beating the shit out of me. I might be like, yeah, it does suck that we're doing this to you, but
Sorry.
you persuaded me that this is wrong.
But I
Oh,
will
well.
still keep doing it.
That's someone who tried to persuade someone hitting him before. I can tell you, even if you're persuasive, it doesn't always work.
That earns you so you fall to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That earns you a shut the hell up and a kick.
Oh, great.
To somewhere in the upper back and or the neck. Not fatal. They're clearly just trying to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's clear.
But
I'm sure they have
We
knives.
got
if they
that.
want it.
That
We got
message
that part.
is strong.
Yep.
I'm sure they have knives and or a gun if they really want to murder me.
it's enough to knock you out.
Yep, that's not surprising. What am I at?
Down to negative. Well, down to 0. They're not trying to kill you, so no negatives.
So they're like pulling to make sure they don't kill me because they don't want a dead body on their hands. Got it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm unconscious, so
Yeah, there's a sharp pain in the back of your head, and you're out for the time being.
and that's
you
how you do journalism.
Did you agree to meet up? You guys agreed to meet up at a specific time, I think.
We did after the
Yeah.
place closed, right?
Yeah.
When we're supposed to- yeah.
Yep.
So you two are at your research for the day, totally unaware of what's happened to Fischl.
God.
What a shame.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen, right? Leon's gonna save me.
God, I hope so.
Leon the fishman is gonna rescue
Leon
me.
the fishman is going to
Leon
come
the
out of the water.
Majestically up on a rock like Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
That's what I'm rooting for in my heart right now. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna hear like fighting happening in the background.
Yep.
And then Leon's gonna appear and be like, "Don't worry, man.
I
The
got
fish
this.
people have your back."
The fish people have you back.
You are friends of the fish people now.
And I'm gonna be like, "I don't know what that means, and I'm uncomfortable. Let's go."
Okay, great. Can I have some more of that coffee?
Oh man.
Does Evelyn find anything like really significant during the day? Because if she finds something significant, she might leave work early to go over to the museum and just kind of browse herself until Hazel's done for the day.
Let's see. Roll a library use for me, please.
I will happily roll you a library use. I know that's under. I just don't remember what my number is because it changed. That's a 55 and I have an 85.
Okay, great. So it takes you a good long while to pour through stuff and find anything newer than you have for, for the day prior. So you spent most of the day yesterday looking for the same sort of thing. With your added info, though, there's one thing you do come across that you haven't seen before. It catches your eye as you're looking through archives of like poorly classified, vaguely occult things in the stacks. You see that same yellow symbol that Reggie was able to show you yesterday from his dad's journals, and the same one we've got at the bottom of our delightful foreground. I don't know. It's all a matter of overlay. That's the right word.
That is the word.
So you see that on it. It's almost like it's barely even a book. It's more like just a folio with pages very poorly bound and practically falling out. It's in English, but it's definitely an older thing. Definitely, it's still legible, so it's still like post-Shakespearean. Um, and the title across the top is King in Yellow. And
Say
it
the king
appears
in
to,
yellow.
yep. It appears to be a play. There are bits and pieces that are missing. It's hard to follow and kind of like dream logic-y anyway.
I knew you were fucking doing this shit. I know what the fuck this is. You're a monster.
It's a game within a game now. It does make reference to a tower, like a brown spire with a library inside. So that you're starting to notice like more concrete themes with this thing. And this is something that clearly hasn't been touched in a long time. You know, it's an afterthought at best. So it's not surprising that you didn't notice it. It's taken you a long time today to pour through stuff to find even that little bit.
Okay, she's doing what she knows she should never do, and she's gonna stick that in her bag and take it with her.
Look, you're a taxpayer. It's your property, really.
I mean, you know, it's fine. I work there. It's fine. I'll bring it back.
It's your
Okay.
property. It's fine.
More importantly, who's gonna stop you?
Yeah, really.
Right? No one even knows this is here anyway. Okay. I'm going to assume that probably took me most of the day.
Yeah.
So then I will check that whoever is with me is good with closing up, and I will head to the museum.
All right. And Hayes spent time pouring through things too, and found this painting. So the two of you get together.
I imagine that I would have to come grab you from out of the lobby. I don't think they're going to let you just wander up to my office.
I mean, I might be able to. I do enough research. They may allow me to go up to your office.
Yeah, that's fair. You've probably been here before at this point. So I'll meet you in the hallway, probably outside of my office, getting ready to run to try and find you after I have lugged this painting back, so no one could take it and put it somewhere else. Evelyn, where's Fischl?
Oh, I don't know. I figured he'd beat me here. He works odd hours.
No, he isn't. He should be here soon. But in the meantime, I think I need to show you something. And I will unlock my office once again and usher you in, only to point to this painting that I've found.
And as you say that, she'll start digging through her bag and be like, "Oh, I have something for you too. I found this deep in the library. No one even knew it was there." And starts pulling out this folio. Remind me what the painting looks like.
It's the first place we were, with the lake and the big red sun and the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from a slightly different perspective, but it's clearly the same place.
Okay. So like as she's coming back up, she'll just stop. Is that place mentioned in the play?
It's not got a name,
but like the general like setting.
But yeah, it's definitely described.
She'll kind of gently flip to that and say, "Look, I found this play. It's called The King in Yellow. It has the references to the Tower Library. It has all the things that we saw in that dream."
Does the King in Yellow describe what the King in Yellow actually looks like?
So yes, there are also there references to sometimes a man, sometimes like a devil or something like it. You can tell based on the context that devil is more like an approximation, just like I don't know what to call this, but I don't like it sort of thing. that they would use back in the day. Um, yeah, wearing a large yellow cloak.
Evelyn, I fear that you may think I've lost my mind, but I think I saw the king in yellow this morning.
Was it another dream?
Yeah, but I was alone. This time.
All right.
On the moon. I was alone on the moon. And I could see the whole world, and it was beautiful. But then all of a sudden, I saw someone approaching, and he was running at me. And then I woke up.
So it had nothing to do with the lake or the tower. You were on the moon?
I was on the moon.
Are there any references to the moon in the play?
There aren't, but there is a mention. Now that you look back at it, nothing about the moon, but there is a mention of the constellation Taurus and of the Pleiades, and it's explicitly mentioned that, like that the Pleiades, when the Pleiades head, is when this thing comes about.
Will you repeat that? You cut out right at the beginning of that about the
Sorry,
Pleiades.
yeah. There's an explicit mention of this thing, this king in yellow or whatever it is, coming into the world or making itself known when the Pleiades is in the sky. Aha.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so she's making notes of all of this, and tells Hazel about Taurus and the Pleiades and all of that. So space, it makes sense. Constellations, celestial things. I mean, I guess that makes sense with your dream. It doesn't necessarily talk about. Oh no, we lost Ryan.
What the fuck did you say?
Ryan
What did you say?
I talked about the sky.
Ugh,
So,
okay.
so
We're talking
new
about coffee.
new things that are banned. No coffee, no skies,
fish, no
No
sky.
sky,
no fish.
no coffee,
None
no
of
fish, no sky. Honestly,
Yep. That's it.
not a significant portion of what I talk about most of the time. Should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
so we should be good.
As long as we don't go to like a seafood cafe, we'll be great.
Yeah, we're great.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't do that.
Mhm.
Especially one that has like a deck where you can sit outside. That might be where the sky
Yeah,
is mentioned.
that
and we
would be
just
really
can't do
bad.
that.
Be like, oh, look at the stars. Ryan's gone.
Drops
for those
out.
wondering,
Ryan
if you're talking about the
disappears.
Pleiades and Taurus, I'm a Taurus.
I am also a
So
Taurus.
so is Mal.
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
Good Tauri.
Wait, when is your birthday? I just want to know how close we are now.
4/24.
Oh, okay, I'm May 15th.
Yeah, I'm close to being something. I'm not a cusp, but I'm like, what comes before Taurus? I'm talking like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but you're about to find out I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I should know this.
What's
I need to
before it?
ask
I have
my-
no clue.
I'm usually that
need to
astrology
ask
bitch.
I need to ask
Aries.
my friend Danielle.
Aries.
Thank you.
Aries goes through April 19th. Taurus starts
Yeah,
April
so-
20th.
I was like not quite a cusp Aries,
Yeah.
but like I'm close.
But like a few days off.
Yeah. I'm hold on. The three signs you need to know are your solar sign, right?
Your sun,
Your-
which is your
your sun-
birth sign,
Right.
your moon, and your rising.
And your rising. My rising is also a Taurus. I know that.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Mine
see,
is
I
a
don't double up
Capricorn,
at all. My moon is a Capricorn. My rising is a Cancer.
and my moon is a Leo.
I think my moon is a Cancer, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm moon Cancer, Taurus for the other ones. That sounds right.
astrology talk
I-
while we wait for Ryan.
Yeah, while we wait
Listen,
for Ryan to come back, why not?
I'm not into astrology, but one of my best friends in the whole world is massively into
I
astrology,
am.
and she hits me up with all this shit.
I
And
love it.
honestly, I find it really fascinating.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's fun.
here's my thoughts.
Mhm,
I'm not like the crazy like out there woo woo astrology is everything. But here's
mhm,
my
mhm,
thing. If we
mhm.
didn't have a moon, the earth would not survive, right?
Correct.
So
Also, people's bodies would work differently. All kinds of
yes,
shit would
like all
happen.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
And that's just a moon. So like with the planets being aligned in certain ways and like in different places, like that has to have some significance. Like it has to affect some things. Now, I'm not saying that everything is correct because, like, I'm a Sagittarius, but I don't fit with a lot, with like a kind of chunk of the Sagittarius, like wild and, you know, spontaneous and all of that. That's not me, but I fit with a lot of the like very like hard headed, like, you know, does their own thing, kind of all of that. But
I feel like the way I look at astrology is probably atypical. I'd like to think so, which is I don't really like believe in any astrology in terms of it having like dictating what happens with people or anything like that. But I also think that things that give people like spiritual and universal meaning are really important.
that's true.
And I think if you have something that lets you interpret your world in a way that gives it more meaning to you, that doesn't have a like a where like there's not like
Negative
lying,
impact.
there's not a negative impact, there's not like outright lying involved,
Yes.
and I think that that's really valuable to people. So
Yeah.
to me, even though I don't believe it, I'm kind of like, yeah, go for it. Like that sounds fucking great.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
We had astrology talk while you were gone.
yeah.
Terribly sorry. I'm
You
plugged
got
in
nothing
a
to
different
apologize
headset
for.
and everything exploded.
No, you're fine. These things happen. Technology hates us all at one point or
It's
another.
all good.
It is what it is.
We're at all points,
Okay.
honestly.
Okay. I was talking about the sky. And that space, it made sense that there wasn't a mention of the moon, but it made sense that she was in space and he showed up. Right?
Right on.
I think that's where we were.
Yes.
How much time has passed?
Most of it. Well, you guys are after work now, so it's what, around mid-evening, maybe 6 p.m.
Like since I've gotten there, like has
Oh,
at least like an hour passed?
yeah, sure.
Okay. Evie's gonna start to get a little worried because like Fishel can be late sometimes if he's, you know,
He's not
gotten
this
really like zoned into whatever he's working on, but like he's never this late.
Also, like, you have a phone, I can call. Like, I could have told you what was going on. With it,
Yeah.
you know, like,
So
We can retcon that. Yeah.
right? Is there not? Oh no, I'm not saying retcon. I'm
no,
saying
like
like
he could have
Like,
called
he
like
could
if he
have.
was like, hey,
If he had a good
I'm in the
reason.
middle
Running
of
late,
something, I'll be
or-
there when I can.
Yeah.
no, we don't need to
Um,
retcon anything.
But he
Fishel wouldn't have done
didn't do that, so that's why we're concerned.
Yeah, like we had no heads up in any way.
Right.
So Evie's gonna start getting a little worried. I am. She probably would have called his office to see if anyone had heard anything from him.
It would just know I'm on assignment, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't seen him today.
Called his apartment if he had a phone. In his apartment, I would think he
I don't know how
would.
common those were
Probably.
back in the day.
I don't know how common that was. Yeah, but my guess is like
We can
there
say
might have
yes.
been a when did like street lines get put in? Like when did like
Well,
phone
I mean,
booths get
earlier there probably
well,
than
and
many
there's
other
also the
places.
kind of like some like boarding houses, like if you lived in more of like a boarding house situation, would have a phone for the boarding house.
Yeah.
I can see
True.
that. Yeah.
Like single men would have rooms, or like single women would have rooms in these houses. And sometimes, especially with it being almost the 30s, I would think they were a little bit more common. They weren't hugely common, but like the start of the 20s was when people started getting them installed.
Oh, cool.
More of the wealthy people started getting them installed in their homes. But I would think by the end, going into the 30s, that it became a little more public.
Yeah.
So I probably would have called some of the places that he frequented. So like I probably would have tried Anglers. I probably would have tried his office, a couple places, just to see if anyone had any knowledge as to what he was up to that day, or if they'd seen him or heard from him.
Nothing turning up. Anglers haven't seen him since you have. Well, since shortly after you have. Yeah, nobody knows. It's not. No one else seems alarmed because he's often out
Yeah.
doing beat work,
Yeah.
and it's less than a full day. So
I don't even know where to start because we didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is rough.
official. It's about this time
Wait.
that you slowly come to consciousness in darkness, but noises around you. Becomes apparent first that you have a headache. Oh wow, this dog is shedding a lot. And secondly, that there is a bag over your head. Somebody's just put like a cloth bag over your head and dumped you somewhere. You're sitting against
Am I
hard ground.
bound or anything?
You're not.
Okay. I'm gonna reach for the bag then and try and get it off my head. Can I undo it?
Yep.
Great. Take it off.
So you're in an alley, and as you come to, you see dim light on one end, and there's a pleasant smell of chicken cooking up. What smells like vaguely Asian seasoning and oils.
Okay. I mean, that's not terrible.
And you're next to a big. You're next to a
in
big
Chinatown.
bundle of like trash cans. Literally, yes. See, out of one alley is like a red, like decorative lantern hanging in the street. And after a moment, you hear some rummaging in the cans, and someone pokes their head up over the can and looks at you. And against all odds, it's Leon standing. He says, "Oh, I didn't know you were. I figured you were just drunk or asleep or."
I had a bag on my head.
Oh yeah.
I mean, drunk people can have bags
Sorry.
in their heads.
Did you see who brought me here?
Oh no, you were there.
Oh no!
I only came to find. No, sorry.
Some guys kicked my ass. Is my camera gone?
It is not gone.
Oh, but the film's gone?
The film is gone.
Yeah, that's not surprising. All right, that's okay. I mean, I only need that photo for something I'm not really using it for anyway. So now, okay. All right.
But hey, now you know you're onto something.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. Hey, Leon, what the hell are you doing in Chinatown?
Finding scraps can't really work, so food is,
Nobody hires you?
I mean, he just kind of gestures at his face.
Can I see his like gills and stuff now?
Yeah, knowing where to look, yeah, you can. I mean, he's still dressed kind of to hide it, but if you know where to look.
I kind of like get halfway up, but I'm still on the ground. I imagine I'm like still reeling from this a bit. What do I have, like 1 HP now or something?
Not necessarily. And let's see. I mean, you're not down to 1. You're definitely hurt, but you'll recover it more so than if you were been like fatally or like
Sure.
stabbed or shot or something. But
Alright.
you're sore all over. You've received a hell of a beating. It feels like they probably hit you a few more times when you were out, just to be sure.
I'm just gonna go. Is it because of the And I'm gonna point to where his gills are, like on myself.
Yeah. Was working at a factory. Temporary. It's the biggest word he said yet.
Temporarily.
I
don't suppose I can't say this with a straight face. I don't suppose it was a pants factory.
Oh God.
Keep it going, goddammit.
He looks at you like, yeah.
I mentioned the name of the factory, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Do I have the shit? Did they take the manifest?
Luck roll.
Ooh, I hope they didn't find that on me.
Oh no.
Nice.
Yes.
There we go.
Did not.
Leon, what'd you say your last name was? You can just make it up out of Christian.
Galanis.
I'm gonna immediately look to see if I can find his name on this manifest.
It is there.
This you? I'm gonna point to the manifest.
That's my name.
How? Oh shit! What time is it?
He looks like he's looking for a watch for a second, but then he clearly doesn't have one on.
Mm-hmm.
He looks up and 5, 6.
Oh fuck. Leon. Can I buy you dinner?
Yeah.
Great. Do I have any money?
With that luck roll, yeah, they didn't take that.
Yes. Fuck yes. Okay, I wasn't robbed. Honestly, that's probably good because I'm less likely to report to the cops and shit like that.
Exactly.
I say, let's. They got great food in this neighborhood. Let's go get something. I'm gonna buy you dinner, and I need to find a phone. And I'll get enough for you to take back to your family. Don't worry.
Oh,
Come on. Let's talk. And I'm gonna try to find a restaurant with a phone. I bet a restaurant would have a phone, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There are places around here that will. I think there might even be public phones at this time, like pay phones. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
There would be like
History is hard.
Kind of.
Let's see.
We're in what,
When were
20,
payphones
28, 29?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking on Wiki, and it says that public payphones started happening in as early as the 1900s. So it was like the aughts.
It wasn't
by
your
1902,
typical.
there were 81,000.
It was different.
By
Yeah, it
1905,
wasn't your
first outdoor
typical
with
like
booths.
stand payphones. Some of them were more like in buildings, like you see in some of the period pieces where like they close the door and the phones.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Wiki says by the end of 1925, 25,000 payphone booths existed in New York City.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
The more
So
you
yeah,
know.
All right.
you can totally find a phone.
I'm gonna find a phone. So just give me a second, and we'll get you that dinner. And I'm gonna call up the These are at the library, right?
Museum.
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 We call it the museum.
Which you would know. That's where you agreed to meet.
I'm gonna call the museum.
So you'll get a switchboard operator who can direct you.
Yeah, I need to
Hazel.
be. Yep. I need to be connected. Yep.
I pick up the phone as it starts to ring. Hello, this is Hazel.
Hazel, I'm so sorry. It's official. I got beat up.
What do you What do you
Yeah, I
mean
buy
you
some
got
dock
beat up?
workers. It was part of a story. I got a oh fuck my head. I'm all right. I'm all right. They I'm all right. I know I was supposed to meet you guys. I'm gonna how the fuck far away is Chinatown from where you guys are?
Pretty far, I think.
Yeah.
Far, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I mean, like, there's
Can always
cabs
hop on
here.
the subway.
You can hop on the subway. Oh fuck, the subway, right?
Yeah.
Fucking New York. I'm gonna make my way over. I gotta take care of something real quick. I'll be there in however long it would be natural to think it would take because I don't know. Maybe
Maybe an hour.
an hour-ish. Yeah, since I'm helping this guy, I'm gonna say an hour and a half.
Yeah. Do you need anything?
Probably. No, I'm okay.
Okay. Evie and I will be here. We found some stuff, and it sounds like you must have too. So just
Yeah,
when you get here, just tell them that I've agreed to do an interview for you, and they'll send you up to my office.
perfect. I'll be there soon. I gotta help my fish buddy, and then
Your fish buddy?
and
Like a buddy that is a fisherman, or
Don't get an
supplies you with fish,
answer.
or
I just hear her say fish buddy, and I'm like, fish buddy.
No. Yes. No.
I don't know. Like Hazel's literally mouthing to Evie as they're still on the phone going, I don't know.
Is he concussed?
Maybe.
Oh, for sure.
He said he got beat up by dock workers. I asked if he needed anything, and he said no, I don't. And then he said something about a fish buddy. I'm assuming like one of his, like a friend that maybe fishes with him, like found him after he got beat up. I don't know. I mean, perhaps, maybe, or maybe he was trying to say Fishel's buddy and talk in third person, but like he,
All right, that's okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well,
yeah,
I guess
I don't know.
we'll
He said he'd
just-
be here in about an hour or an hour and a half. So maybe we just keep pouring
yeah, we'll just
over books.
yeah. I'm gonna make some more coffee.
Sounds good. Yes.
And I'm going to find some aspirin and maybe some bandages.
Yeah.
While I'm at it.
Yeah, he may need them. There's a first aid kit in it's actually like in the cabinet below the coffee pot.
Okay. All right.
So just maybe grab that and bring it back, and I will go get another stack of books from the archives.
Okay.
Good plan.
As weird as that conversation was for Hazel, it's got to be super weird, like way weirder for Evie, who was just standing there listening to half of a phone call.
To
with-
hear you
Fish
got
buddy?
beat up. Fish buddy. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and she's probably gonna try and find some ice too.
Good call. Good call.
So over food,
Yeah,
you wanted to
I'm
ask
gonna
him.
get a lot of noodles. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting noodle. I'm just gonna be like
Oh,
anything that's noodles.
All
It's
the
fine.
noodles.
All the noodles that you have.
I need noodles right now. Yeah.
He will order some dumplings and just like shovel them into his mouth.
Good. I like Leon. He's a good guy, or whatever he is.
He's a good fish buddy.
He's a good fish buddy.
Good fish buddy.
Approximately.
And I'm just gonna be like, Leon, were you brought here? Did you come to New York because you wanted to, or did someone make you?
Little of both. We wanted to get away from violence. But
I'm gonna start jotting down notes, of course, on all this.
you know, you would know too at this time, there are recent restrictions on most immigration into the country, like within the last
Oh
several
yeah,
years.
it's super fucking racist at this point. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. So ways to get into the country are hard, and mostly illegal for people that aren't from like Germany and Britain and
Yeah.
France.
Well,
Um,
even then there was issues because they dealt with a lot of refugees with World War One and all of that. They started
yeah,
dealing with immigration issues.
Well, and there's what's
definitely.
his? I can't remember the fucking dude's name. It's gonna kill me. But there's like a very famous politician who made the Immigration Act happen.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
who like Hitler loved him. Like read his writings and used
It
them for
wasn't
inspiration.
McCarthy. McCarthy was later.
McCarthy's later. This is gonna kill me. I can't believe I'm forgetting this right now. You know what? It'll come to me, or I'll wiki it, one or the other.
When we get a text message to the group chat at 4 a.m.
with just a name in all
just the
capital
name,
letters.
it's good
There
to
it
know
is.
that this is what it is.
Basically, over a longer conversation, he manages to tell you it's harder because his English isn't great, so it takes him a while. But he manages to tell you that he basically got him and his family smuggled here on like a temporary work agreement,
Okay.
but things started to get weird fast. Um, and he actually ended up leaving the factory because he was noticing a pattern of people not sticking around and thinks they were taken somewhere else in the city.
Has anybody tried to find you? Like, have any of them looked for you? Are you on
Um,
the run?
I think yes. That was
Shit.
why I ran from you.
Right, of course. Shit. All right, listen. I just got to ask. What is the fucking deal?
It's
Were you born with
bit of
those?
a curse, sort of. It runs in the family. Um, the others brought here had it too. Not all from Greece. Um,
All of them?
everyone. My kids will have it someday. Um,
Fuck. What do they call it? Is there a name for it
uh,
in Greek or whatever?
in Greek, yeah, but he doesn't know an English word for it.
I'll just write down the Greek. I'll actually ask him to write the Greek
Okay, yeah,
for
he
me.
can write it down.
Um, fuck. Taking a note to myself. I bet one of my friends knows how to speak Greek.
Probably, or can at least translate it.
Come on, y'all like classics, right? You got to know some Greek.
You
Come
know.
on.
You know.
I'm gonna say, Leon, this is very helpful. Thank you. I trying to expose this, put a stop to it.
Great, great. Here, this. He reaches into his jacket and says, "Managed to take this," and hands you a little, like a business card, sort of card. It's a black card. On it are the words "Starry Night," kind of in an arc. Um, with like a golden, like on kind of a golden paper, black and golden paper, little, little star shapes, but very small at the bottom center of the card is that same yellow symbol.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna just say, you seen this before? Besides on this card?
Um, some of the smugglers had a tattoo. Um, same same thing, same symbol.
You know what it is?
No,
Well, this got weird. Okay.
Ye-
Was
The,
it? Was
the
it?
place, the club. I think the others went there.
Right.
I don't know.
There's no other information, I assume, on this card. Just that
There's
name.
there's an address. Yeah,
Oh, there's an address. Oh,
yeah.
great.
I should have mentioned that.
Oh, no problem.
That puts it up somewhere more uptown, like somewhere toward the Harlem area.
Great. Okay.
Was it Henry Cabot Lodge?
Nope.
Was it?
Damn.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. I'm gonna know his name as soon as I hear it. It's gonna kill me.
The Immigration Act of 1924, which was the Johnson-Reeds Act. I think you're right. Hours Without Sleep was the one I was thinking of.
He has a weird name. It's like I want to say like it's like it's got like a Marv or Merv. Or, it's except that's not right. It's like a name that doesn't exist. Like no one would be named this now. It's one of those kinds of names. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. This is how I die. Is trying to think of this name.
It's okay. Just I started searching.
Oh, wait. I know who writes articles on this person, and I'm gonna find it. Not Bowers. Bowers was the person who didn't like him. Just where the fuck? Come on, I know it's in this article. Madison Grant. There it is.
Okay, there we go.
Madison fucking Grant. Fuck Madison Grant. Guess that's all I want to say.
We got there.
In chat too. Put it on the records. And yeah, Hitler literally cites Madison Grant in multiple works he wrote
Jesus.
as like the inspiration for his whole philosophy. Yeah. American influence, guys. Anyways,
I'm not surprised.
So
cool.
yeah,
So I'm gonna make sure that Leon has plenty to take home, and I'm gonna go meet up with y'all.
He's stoked about that.
Good. And I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, hey, Leon, do me a favor. Just lay low for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Do we want to call it there for the night and have us meeting up be the start of the next
That works for me.
session?
Yep.
It is late.
Yeah, we're getting
It's a decent stopping point.
a little late.
You guys getting a little sleepy?
Just a little sleepy.
Just a little bit. Just the tiniest bit.
Well, fuck Madison Grant.
Fuck Madison Grant.
Okay.
If we
there
learned
go.
anything today, it's fuck. God damn it, Ryan.
There he is.
Oh. Are you good? Okay, all right.
I was like, all right, we're done. Peace.
Bye.
Bye. I don't want to
All
spend
right.
a second longer with you people than I have to. Goodbye.
All right.
Great session, Ryan.
Yeah, this one
Yeah.
was good. There's
Thank you.
A lot.
Really fun.
A lot.
Honestly, like I want to play Call of Cthulhu all the time.
Fish buddies.
This is really fun, yeah.
Fish buddies.
It's a good system. I like
the
it.
Pants Factory. We've
Everything
gotten so
ties
many-
back to the Pants Factory.
Everything ties back to the Pants
all-
Factory. Every bit of it.
It's gonna be you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be the king in yellow pants. That's what we're gonna find out.
Oh my god.
Yes. The equivalent to there's always
He's-
money in the banana stand is there's
Yeah.
always trouble at the Pants Factory. Always.
Mhm.
There's always trouble at the Pants Factory. Oh goodness. Ryan, have you got anything fun coming up?
More of this. One more of this to be specific, and more of Shadow's Reach in the One Ring Second Edition on Thursday. That's it.
Where can we find you?
You can find me here or on Twitter at rmacattack. I mostly lurk because Twitter's bad for your everything.
It is.
But
I'm very on it, and I completely agree.
I try
Yeah,
and
that's
fill
me.
my feed with
I'm a
nice,
simple man.
simple Twitter accounts. That
Yes.
They won't let you do that. They're
tweet
gonna fuck
funny
you.
things. I know.
They won't let you.
Elon Musk.
They're like,
is
hey, did
going
you
to
see this
ruin-
controversy? Did you see
The
it?
algorithm's
this
gonna
thing?
it's
I
gonna
know.
come for it.
I know it's gonna come for me. I know. Michael, where can we find you? What you doing? What you got going on?
I got a bunch of stuff. So, first and foremost, obviously, I'm here next week. Very excited about that.
Woo!
After that, the following Monday. Oh no, wait, is this a competing stream? Then I won't say anything. Never mind.
No, you're okay.
No, you're
No,
more than
you can.
welcome.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Advertise yourself.
Okay, well then I'm gonna be appearing for like a couple episodes as a guest star on the Better Than Heroes stream,
Nice.
which is like a Spelljammer campaign.
Very cool.
And I'm very excited about that. I got invited to that by a buddy from actually Jordan Dahl, who's appeared on the show a couple times. And speaking of actually, the new season of actually, which I both write and am in, it starts airing this Friday. You can watch previous seasons also on the Dropout app or website. And if you don't feel like paying a subscription fee, old seasons do get uploaded to YouTube for free. So if you want to, I think we're like 2 seasons behind on YouTube or something like that.
It's worth the subscription fee.
Yeah,
It's really
let me
cheap,
be-
guys. It's like
yeah,
$5.
It's what, like
Literally,
$6?
It's
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
worth it.
Let
You
me
get
be the
so
very
much
first to tell
content.
you, because and I've said this to multiple people.
We're gonna
It is
drop
something I
that,
preach at
alright.
my job when people are like, "What shows should I be catching up on?" I'm like, "Let me tell you what the
Dropout.
best money I spend is pretty much every month. My Dropout subscription."
Listen, for
Uh,
Dimension 20
so good.
alone, you're like
So
having a great
But
fucking
it's
time.
Yeah.
just a good time.
Dimension 20 is a blast.
Wonderful.
Game Changers a fucking blast.
All of the new Game Changer
All the new
spin-offs.
Game Changer
Just
spin-offs are a
Yes.
fucking blast.
Make some
Oh,
noise.
Breaking News is great.
Breaking News is one.
Yeah.
Yes, amazing.
It's great shit, guys.
We're getting a spin-off to the episode original cast recording from Game Changers, which is wonderful.
I'm desperately trying to get on that show. Hey,
Please,
if anybody
do
from
it.
I
Dropout,
will. Not that I
desperately
have
sending
any
us
pull
stuff.
with Sam Reich whatsoever, because he
Not that
doesn't know I
anyone
live and
knows,
breathe.
but hey, Sam Reich, Michael Saltzman,
I
he's
did-
your
I literally-
man.
My mother ran a musical improv troupe for a living for most of my life. Let me in.
That's awesome.
Let me in.
Yes.
We're just gonna
Um,
I mean, Sam
spam
Reich,
Sam
as long as
Reich
I'm
and be like, Sam Reich,
advocating-
Sam Reich.
As long as
hey.
I'm also advocating for Michael Saltzman, I'll advocate for myself too. Not that that will ever count for anything. Michael
Hey, let's
Saltzman
advocate.
will count.
We'll just
Hey.
advocate.
Look, the answer to the question you never ask is always no. So like, there you go, Sam Reich. That's my
Hey, have you seen
appeal
the stream?
beyond
It's
literally
great.
any
He's
show on
great.
Dropout.
I'm not good with improv. It makes me anxious. I can do
I
it.
love him,
but
Correct.
I can do it, but it makes me
Honestly,
anxious.
that's the correct evolutionary response. Like that's a functioning brain, is what that is.
Yeah.
No, I love improv and will do it every day for the rest of my life. And when I met her and told her that, she was like, "What happened to you? That's your
What did you? What damage was caused where you were like,
Yeah.
yes, improv?
I loved improv back when I was in
I-
acting class all the time.
I was
Loved
the
it.
theater kid who was like, if I have to improv on my own, that's fine. Like I will Brennan Lee Mulligan you a random monologue, if you will.
Oh yeah.
I will just spout off ridiculous whatever you want for as long
Mhm.
as you want. But the minute you put me with other people and I'm like, that's an unknown. That's an unknown.
I'm actually the opposite. If you put me alone on stage, I flounder. I'm like,
Oh.
please fucking get me out of here. But the second there's another person, I'm like, oh hey, you, let's just talk, right? We can just
Yeah.
talk right now. Like now we're doing something. Great.
I love it.
I love it. But yeah,
Um,
I'll bring things out. I'll do all the other things you need.
what is this thing that we need?
I'm
What is
just-
what was this?
It's
The
like
Vanna White
I'm
moment
the
of it
Vanna
all.
White moment. I'll just
Oh, okay.
I'll bring
Vanna
out
White
something that
moment.
you all have to musically improv about.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Great.
look at this object.
I'll do it.
Write an entire musical about this blue plate. Ta-da! There you go. That can be my job. I'm now going to spam Sam Reich on Twitter. I'd be like, Sam Reich.
Oh no, don't do. I feel like that'll backfire
I won't
terribly. on you.
spam him. I'll just be
Just
like,
gonna
hey,
reach-
Sam
you're
Reich.
just gonna reach out to me and be like, hey, listen, Michael, what the fuck?
You'll be like, well, I'm going to tell you what
Who
the
are
fuck.
these
What you need is
I mean,
me.
like, I wrote you a song. What the fuck? Actually,
I wrote you this song as my audition for the next season of this show that has yet to air.
yes, exactly.
Perfect.
Well, good. Mal, what you got going on? Where can we find you? What you doing?
Hi, y'all. So, you can find me anywhere the internet has to offer you at Moxie Blue, except for MySpace. It was pointed out to me that I don't have a MySpace, so let me just get right on that for everybody. Um, you can find me on this channel on Mondays and Thursdays as Hazel in this show, and then as Kari in One Ring Shadows Reach or One Ring Adventure. On this Wednesday, not all Wednesdays, but this Wednesday, you can find me on Pride Never Dies playing Evie. Um, and she is a Dream Mirror playbook character who I already love so much. And then on Fridays, for the next couple weeks, you can catch me finishing up late, where I play Henley, who is a corporate overlord, warlock, and defragger multi-class that is essentially built to be a destruction machine, because she only has magic to help protect everybody else, and she's one of my favorite characters ever. And then not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'm back with the Band of Badger. Or no, sorry, that's 2 weeks from now. What week is it? On a
Time.
Saturday this
Time
time
doesn't
time is
exist.
real. It's all an illusion. Um, on a Saturday this month, I'll be back on Band of Badgers as Hemlock in Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and I think that's everything that I have set in stone for the month. Probably.
All right. And I am Kylie. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at Viking Mermaid. It's Viking_mermaid, except on Instagram, where it is just Viking Mermaid, because that's the first one I made. And then other people beat me to it. But if you go to my Twitter, you've got my link tree. It's got all the socials on it. You can find me here on Mondays, obviously, playing Evelyn for one more week, which I'm super pumped about. You can find me on Thursdays in our One Ring campaign, playing Menuve, who is a high elf of Rivendell. And then on this Wednesday, I will be over on the People's Ascension for their reproductive rights stream, one-shot streams, playing Alchemical Romance, which I'm super pumped about. I will be back with Mal on Ladies of D&D on Friday for Ladies of Lake, our Lasers and Liches campaign, where I play Cherry Delight, who is a prodigy bassist, who is a College of Metal bard, and also a Glass Shadow Fury Fu monk. Yes, I'm gonna send you the Lasers and Liches book. It is the best. It's a homebrewed D&D like expansion,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
so
all
good.
like 80s
So
tastic
good.
based
Got
stuff.
it.
It's
Already
great.
getting it.
So
All right.
great. Ladies of Lake, for those of you who don't know, is it's an 80s girl rock band, and Mallory plays Henley, our manager, and we were transported via a portal back to another realm of Arthuria, and we are currently helping to try and write everything in Arthuria before trying to make our way back home. So it's pretty fantastic. Ali Capone, who did our art for One Ring, is our fearless GM, getting us all, while trying to herd the cats of all of our crazy characters, to where we need to go. And that's all I've got going on right now. We will have some more announcements, trailer or channel announcements for you in the near future, for our games that'll be coming up next. If you like our streams, if you hang around, if you enjoy what you saw today, click that follow button. If you're already a follower and you feel like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have the ability to. If you don't and you just feel like maybe a one-time donation, that's cool too. Or you can be like our beautiful mama cat who keeps this channel afloat. God bless you, 5 Foot Latina. We love you. You can go over under our About section on Twitch and click our tips banner. It'll take you straight to our PayPal, or our Ko-Fi is also listed on there. It really is. This program is brought to you by viewers like 5 Foot Latina.
We have our own PBS.
Tip these
Tip
people,
these people,
please.
please.
Thank you, Mama Cat. But yes, help us out. Everything we get goes straight back into the channel via games, the art we got from Allie, things along those lines. It's what we spend the money on. The nice, fun music you hear in the background, because to pay for that lovely non-copyrighted music, so that you don't get the
Yeah, YMCA.
as Abria says, the YMCA charges. So, we don't want any of those. But yes, so we're here. We'll keep bringing you stuff. We're almost at our 1 year mark, which is crazy. But yeah, so thanks for hanging around. You can sign up. You can sign up for a new MySpace account. There you go. You can make your new MySpace account.
Look, we're making it cool
Let me
again.
be very clear. I have never had a MySpace account.
MySpace
My
was the
sister,
shit.
my sister had a
Hated it.
MySpace account, and I would watch her like code all
That's
the
how I
cool
learned how to
backgrounds and
code.
stuff. And I
Was
wanted
MySpace.
a MySpace so bad, but let me put it this way. I am the youngest person on the regular cast by 7 years. I have only seen MySpace from afar, and I truly just think I should keep it that way. But
Oh man,
maybe one day I'll cave and I'll get the MySpace account for Moxie Blue.
I was
MySpace is so
the,
different now.
I was one of like 10 white kids in my high school, and I had a Black Planet page.
Nice.
That was the like black kid version of MySpace for a long time.
Very cool.
Computer, and that was what I had. Did not even everybody. That's what everybody in my school did. So that's what I did.
Very
Now,
cool.
now it's weird to tell people that. So, now you know.
Now it's weird.
But now
So
you
now
know.
it's weird, guys. I made it weird.
You made it
I
weird.
made it weird.
That's what we do on this channel. We like to make it weird.
Weird.
But hopefully soon we should have a announcement about the show that will be after Shadows Reach, because we're getting things together for it now. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of Shadows Reach in your life. It's not going away soon.
We gonna bring you all that
yes,
One Ring,
all the Lord of the Rings that your heart could ever desire.
and I'm gonna make all of the ridiculous jokes every moment I can.
Look, the only good joke that I have is about all the times that you can eat throughout the day and it be acceptable. Am I a hobbit? No,
Look,
but
I got to
Drew's
throw in
hobbit's top.
episode 1. I got to throw in potatoes. I got to throw in we're taking the hobbits to Rivendell. I got to throw in all of the memes, as many as I could, and that was only episode 1. So we're ready for
Did you get
for
to do a
episode
one
2.
not simply like? Did you get
Not
to do
yet.
one of those?
I'm waiting on the right moment to
Maybe
throw
not
that
this
one
way.
in, because one cannot simply just throw that reference in anywhere. So you
Exactly.
gotta wait for the right moment. But yeah, I've got them locked and loaded. We're ready to go.
Yeah, but lots of stuff's gonna be cranking out toward in the back half of the year, like towards the last third of the year or so. Give
however
us
many months
let
in
us
there.
get through Gen Con, and then we'll talk about
Yeah, we gotta get through Gen Con.
we gotta get through Gen
Which
Con.
also,
and
if
then
any of you
we'll
will
do
be
it.
at Gen Con, we'll be at
Please
Gen
let us know.
Con.
We would love to say hi
Yeah.
and hang out. That'd be great.
We like friends.
Yeah, we like friends. So if you're going to be at Gen Con, let us know, because we will be there the whole weekend.
Mhm.
Thursday to Monday.
I won't be there, but I just want to say I also like Friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be friends with Michael. He's the best.
Yeah,
I
he
like
really
that.
is the best.
Thank you. Thanks.
True.
I like Friends.
True.
Now
Yeah.
now when we
Friends are great.
watch, actually, I can be like, hey, that's my friend Michael Saltzman.
You can do
Now
that.
instead of yelling Michael Saltzman at our televisions, we can go, oh my god, that's our friend Michael Saltzman.
That's our friend Michael Saltzman.
It can be a whole sentence instead
gonna
of
be
just
great.
yelling your name at my television.
You got to get it out in the same amount of time, though.
Yeah,
You
oh
gotta,
yeah,
like,
no, it's
that's my
like
friend
very
Michael
condensed. Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, Michael, again for joining us. We've
Yeah.
got
Thank you
one
for
more
having
episode
me.
left. We're so pumped. But until then, we will see you on Thursday for Shadows Reach. So have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.